You'll be on in a minute. Hello!
Boom!
Hello!
Lined up perfectly.
Welcome back, everybody.
Right.
How's everybody doing? That was the quickest lunch break ever.
I know, right? Literally just had to throw a bagel at my face and then run back upstairs.
Yeah. I literally ate a double cheeseburger, Feaster's double cheeseburger, and the ribwich sandwich thing. So my mouth feels like I've just literally ate nothing but fire.
Yeah, I finished off my Chicago town.
Yeah, you was literally. I swear he was swallowing it whole.
Man, I went downstairs. The house is a bomb. I was like, tidy up for a few minutes, put my microwave for pizza, grab it, come in. Like, I've got to do a banner, got to get this all done. So, yeah.
But yeah, you said yesterday after you had one for lunch, didn't you? Since they removed that little sleeve from underneath it, crap.
Yeah.
But I don't know what I'm going to have for lunch tomorrow on the lunch break because I'm out of Chicago town now.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm out of Feaster's burgers. Oh, well.
Probably super noodles. I like super noodles.
Yeah. We get Japanese ones, much nicer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got some from the Chinese/Japanese section in Asda by me. I have the sesame seed ones. They're really nice.
If you're in the chat, show us some love. I can see Mike down the bottom.
Joshua Levine, he said, yo.
Yeah, put it up.
I'm just jumping into StreamYard on the laptop. Have to see all of you.
Vinny will be back with us in a bit. Rabbit was literally on the toilet.
He's on the toilet again, was he?
Hello, old Ricky. How you doing, bro? Hope you're doing well.
Hello.
See, and we're back.
No, we're back. You're not. You're still sat on the toilet.
Yeah, he's gonna jump in the shower. Then he'll come and join us a bit later on this afternoon. Vinny will be back. Hopefully, Andy will be in at some point today.
Yeah, I've not seen him online yet, so he'll probably be still getting up.
Yeah. I know
There's still too much sunlight in the atmosphere at the moment for
he has trouble in the mornings, doesn't he? So
yeah, he's like a vampire anyway.
He is, man. He is like a vampire. He is. Right, I can see Mike ready and waiting in the background. So should we just bring him on?
Yeah,
get him on.
Bring him on.
Right, let's bring Mike on. Hello, Mike.
Here he is.
How's it going, gents? How you doing? All right?
I'm all right, you?
Yeah, good to be here. How's things?
Yeah, good, man.
Great.
Good.
Halfway through day 2. Well, almost halfway through day 2.
Excellent.
Well, no, not if you're considering the time you got off last night.
Yeah, it was late last night with Bobby, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What time did you finish?
About 20 past 11.
Oh, nice.
But we started at 9:30 in the morning.
Nice.
Because I felt like I'd been to an expo all day yesterday, man. When I got into bed, it's like, Jesus, I'm absolutely knackered.
Absolutely done it.
Absolutely knackered. Hold on, just got to do this, make it look a bit more
I can spend
professional.
all day cleaning my house. I'll be all right. Spend the day doing this or going around Expo. I'm done for. I'm knackered.
Yeah.
He's like, this is a lot less work than doing housework.
That's it. It saves the walking as well.
Yeah.
Exactly. And we're saving a fortune on lunches. We've found that out.
Yes, we are, yeah.
Well, you might be. I'll spend more on my lunch at this one than I do at the actual ones.
Yeah,
I'll
the
just get to the house
£12
now,
breakfast and then the £20 burger or whatever it was.
Yeah. Terrible
I'm
burn.
just a cheapskate. I'll just pay a quid for Gingster's Cornish pasty, shove them in my bag with some of the bottles of water that you can buy for buy a 12-pack of water from Asda for like £2.50. I'll just grab about 4 and then shove them in my bag. Gingsters and I'm done. Oh, and a couple of cans of Monster.
We know where to go next time we're at Expo, then we want food. Chris?
Yeah. Go raid his backpack.
Let me know. I'll go. Seriously, if you all want some, just let me know. Send me a bit of cat and I'll go grab it all for you.
Yeah,
You're like that guy that used to sneak snacks into the cinema, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I miss the big old MC Hammer pants. I usually have to get 2 litres of Pepsi down there.
Mate, seriously, at the local cinema to us view, mate, you can literally just walk up to the pick and mix, fill it up, and just go upstairs and not pay. They don't care.
Oh, really?
They honestly don't care, man. Like, yeah, man. Unless you're buying popcorn from anything, if you buy anything from front of the counter, they just don't care. Like, yeah, just do it. Like, they're not paid. They're not paid enough to care.
No, that's right.
They don't give it out.
I'm not condoning stealing in any way. But, you know.
No, definitely not. No.
Anyway, Mike.
Now the cinema's by me. They frisk the kids.
So why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us what you're about. Tell us about your new company.
Yeah. So I'm from the Cloud Den. Me and my partner Sean Davis started up about 3 weeks ago. Just trying to bring a range of top quality juices and hardware and coils, and trying to not kind of overdo it with a million brands, but kind of keep it niche and just have the good stuff. So we've got Prohibition now. We've got Immortal. JB coils are on the way. I wish they would have been here for this weekend, but the package is stuck in customs. So they actually got shipped a month ago, which is kind of taking the mick a little bit now.
Yeah.
That's USPS for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're just trying to give the customer a nice range of American juices. Got some really good English juices as well. We've got the Unruly range that comes from Professor Green, and Ultimate Juice, which everyone knows their oatmeal and raisin and things like that is banging. So we picked up their line as well.
That oatmeal raisin is something special.
Oh, it definitely is. And the other one that's extra special, where's it gone?
Other than me.
Was the hot cross bun range they did at Easter.
Yeah, man.
They're
I'm
good.
yet to try a hot cross bun vape. I've never tried one.
I hadn't until now. Now they come in 2 options. There's one with jam, one with just butter. So I think the jam's got cream and a bit of cinnamon in, and then the other one's just butter toasted. But they're really good. For me, it kind of tastes like the oatmeal and raisin base flavour, and then kind of added onto it a little bit.
Yeah.
But no, they're really good juices. And obviously the Prohibition, as you all know, you're all big fans anyway.
Love it.
So there you go.
Going down too well, brother.
That's right,
Got to put another order in.
Got some great deals on this weekend. The Prohibition and the Unruly, which are in the 60 mils, are 10 quid with nick shots.
That's a bargain.
The Ultimate and the Kings is 120s, and they're 15 with nick shots as well.
I mean, anyone that's been on all weekend with us has seen us vaping Prohibition all weekend. So, I mean, I've been on it, Paul's been on it, Vinny's been on it.
Yeah,
it was trying it.
Riding shotgun's one of my favourites, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love riding shotgun.
I've just cracked out the 18th Amendment this morning, and this is lovely.
Oh yeah, it's a really nice, thick, creamy. It's quite a dense vape, isn't it?
Yeah, because you get the really
apply to it. You get a bit more fruit out of it.
Yeah, because I said earlier I cracked that open and used it on the hammer stack, and I didn't think, is this going to be the right sort of flavour for it? But yeah, you get the real tartness of the fruit, but then that cream just neutralizes it. It's like, wow, that's really, really Moorish. I killed a whole bottle of it off nearly in a day.
Oh wow.
It takes a lot for me to go through juice that quickly.
Wow. What's good about it is, I mean, Joey will explain it in depth because he's obviously the mastermind when he comes on. Is it later today or he's on?
No,
tomorrow?
we've got Joey on tomorrow. So
he'll go into a lot more depth with how the flavors are created. But when I was traveling around the UK with him and kind of learning more about the flavors, the thing with 18th Amendment is you've got the really harsh tart white peach, which is a lot brighter than a normal peach, which on its own would be ridiculously tart and overpowering and like lime level. And then once it's balanced out with all the other fruits, it just mellows it down. Yeah. But when it was on tested at the expo, it was on the I think they were on the they were either smock tanks or something like that, and I had it on the Doom X, and it just tasted completely different from 60-70 watts on a tank to a mech. It's just ridiculous how the flavour can change.
We got a question from Rabbit.
What sets Cloud Den apart from others in your area? The only vape shops that are around in my area, I mean, I don't have a shop yet. We're working on it. But the majority of the vape shops around here are more of your starter kit, kind of wanting to quit smoking. Nowhere really specialises in, the niche liquids or hardware that we do. So we're trying to give everyone the full range. We do have, more beginner stuff available. The Drugas are on there. We've got some of the Smock RPMs for people that are trying to understand what they like and what they want to do. And then we're working on getting into the billet game and trying to expand that range as well.
Big market at the minute.
It is. The billet box stuff's ridiculous at the minute.
Yeah, you get hold of it. It's ridiculous.
It is definitely a rabbit hole with accessories and stuff like that. I mean, Joey got me introduced into them, and I've got 5 now, and they're just so much fun.
Yeah,
everything you can just change around on them. They're a really good, relaxing vape.
Good message from Rabbit for you.
I love you too, Rabbit.
And of course, with it being an expo weekend, you have got a sale on at the moment on the Cloud Den, haven't you?
We sure do, yeah. It's 10% off all hardware. So that's across the Immortal line, the Druga Pros, the Smocks. So anything, whether it's RDAs, the Atom V2s, Viking kits, 10% off everything. The juice, I'll say 60 mils. We've got the Unruly, the Prohibition. They're £10 with Nick, and then the 120s, like the King's Collection Ultimate, they're 15 with Nick. And then there's also free postage after £40.
Brilliant. And I know obviously we've talked quite a bit, so we have got a flyer for you as well, haven't we? So we'll be whacking that on the page for you at some point today.
Yeah, that lists out everything kind of together. So
we'll get it up and shared. So anybody wants to see the stuff that's going on this weekend for everybody we got on, it's all on the LXV page.
Awesome.
Go and take advantage of some amazing deals, people.
Yeah.
Especially if you want to go and try the Prohibition line, it's phenomenal. As you see, we're
and the Viking kits as well, like everyone. I think the kits, we've got the blood splatter ones. Oh, there you go.
I've got a kit, but
we've got the blood splatter and we've got the Joker kits available. The Atoms, we've got them in murdered out. There you go. So the Atom V2, we've got the murdered out, and we've got the murdered out with white writing, and we've got the brass as well.
Awesome.
But if there's a juice that you haven't tried, I haven't got a bottle to hand actually. It's it's downstairs. It's the Unruly Pear Drops.
Yeah,
it just takes me right back to my childhood. I mean, the whole line from Unruly I really, really like, but the Pear Drops for me is it's just great.
I fell in love with the white chocolate peppermint.
Oh yeah, it's delicious. I think on the next order we're probably going to get it at 120 as well, so you've got the option. But they are really, really nice.
I hate peanut butter with a passion. So when it was Andy who told me about it, it's like, no, you'll really like this. So when Mike got it in, I was like, right, got to give it a try. Yeah, it's incredible. It really is incredible.
Yeah. Instead of it being like a dry peanut flavour, which most vapes are, it's got that really thick, creamy custard on, and it just mellows it right out.
Yeah. So you get that right.
I love how it's separated, so you get the peanut kind of on the inhale, and then the custard smacks you on the end.
Yeah.
But
exactly how
it's one of my top 5.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's definitely up there for me as well.
Nick, the Unruly is the Professor Green juice. There's the white chocolate peppermint, like Josh said. There's the fizzy cherry. There's the bubblegum grape, the pear drops, the extra strong mints, kind of like the old, the Trebor extra strong, the big round mints.
Yeah.
That's really, really nice.
My mum used to love eating them.
It's a bit harsh on the series, I'll give you that. It's a bit much, but it is a nice bite.
Yeah, Mike likes his low builds. His low builds.
I do at the minute, yeah. This is I've got a 0.05 in here, which I don't recommend, but it's really, really nice. And I've got Booze Hound today, which will be coming when the labels are ready. So Joey might be able to shed some more light on that tomorrow, but as soon as the labels are ready, we'll have it.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's brilliant. So you just got your Viking and your billet. Is that what you're vaping on today?
Yeah, and I've got the Mint Unruly and the Druga Pro as well, which are also 10% off. So they work out to around just under 35 for the full kit.
Yeah.
So they're a really nice vape as well. They come with the mesh 0.4s, and I think the 1.6 coils, I think, for mouth to lung.
Yeah.
But no, they're really good. I'm enjoying this. So what's everyone else vaping on today?
I was going to say, while you're here, bro, massive congratulations.
Thank you very much.
On the expectancy of another child.
Oh, yes. Thank you. It's it was 50-50 a surprise. I kind of trying, but wasn't aware what was going on. So it was kind of a shock at the same time.
Going on.
Yeah, the wife's due in November. So hopefully all this lockdown will be over by then.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
Yeah, scary time for that sort of thing, definitely. So
yeah, because even at the minute, I mean, I work in all the hospitals at the minute as well, which it's fine to work in, but I mean, I wasn't even allowed to the scan last week, so I just had to wait in the car.
Yeah.
So they're really cranking down on it at the minute.
Okay,
but yeah, exciting. Don't know what we're going to have yet, so we're just going to wait and see. Hopefully, might have a surprise instead of finding out.
See, I couldn't do that.
Well, there's the whole planning aspect of it, but I thought if it's a boy, we've already got everything, and if it's a girl, it'll wear blue for a bit.
You'll wing it.
Yeah, we'll just have to wing it.
So, I mean, the question
when I had just before my daughter was born, we had to find out the actual sex because me and the wife actually had a bet going on.
Really?
I bet it was a girl. She bet it was a boy. It's like, no, I know I'm having a boy. I'm having a boy. It's like, no, you're having a girl. I know you're having a girl. I know my luck. And lo and behold, we had a girl.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What was the prize?
The best 20 quid in Nando's I ever had.
We still need to get together for Nando's. That's one of the things we've still got to do when all this is over.
I know.
Yeah. This one down here still needs to lose that Nando's cherry.
He does.
I know. Us three were supposed to be going.
Oh, no. We'll have to make it work. As soon as they open again, we'll have to make it work.
Definitely.
Oh, man. I'm
pity they're not doing delivery.
Yeah, we're going to Nando's in 22 Jump Street.
Yeah.
Nando's do deliver. They deliver down there.
Yeah, some of them have opened up for delivery.
They've all been shut around here for a while, but hopefully it'll change.
Yeah. But
you've got the
I've held off long enough.
The rumour that KFC's opening again around here for drive-through, so we'll wait and see.
Yeah, the KFC by me is open, but you can't go through the drive-through to order your food. You have to go through the Deliveroo app. But the funny thing is, the Deliveroo app will not accept any orders for the KFC, but I'm always there, waiting for people to order. And it's like, really? So how can you order the food through Deliveroo if Deliveroo aren't accepting orders, but KFC is saying you are? And them open, them cooking the food, you can smell it when you drive past.
Give me 2 seconds, lad. Daughter's just walked in, so give me a second.
Thank you.
So
again, the wife took my 3-year-old for a drive because he was getting tired, so I thought she'd get him out the way for a while.
That's okay. So go
Did
back
you
to what
remember
we're.
to take the valve out the tyre? Yeah, so they broke down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a good hour.
Well, I'd say a bit longer unless she knows how to change the tyres.
Yeah.
You asked earlier what we're on today. Of course, as you know, I'm on that Viking I got off you guys.
Yeah.
So
Beautiful
thank you
colour.
very much
Really,
for that.
really good.
I'm so happy I got this one. As soon as I
Really
saw
nice.
it come up, I was like, I need that one. So yeah, buzzing that I got that. Juice I'm on. It's like a millionaire shortcake.
Oh, wow.
It was only a cheapo one, which Josh recommended, and do you know what? It's bloody good. And then I'm on my fake billet box.
Oh, the dots, yeah. We'll be picking them up as well. We're waiting on some of the colours to come back in stock. They're really nice.
Have you seen the Tiffany version?
I did. I like the. There's a couple of SE versions as well, which white and black leather, I think.
No, it's still plastic doors.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've got the white version,
Right.
but then I got this one as well, which is
they're
the
a bit heavier,
cool
aren't they? The normal ones.
Yeah. It's made of metal, so it's a lot nicer. It's a lot more hardware in. The SE is great because it's a lot cheaper. So if you just want one of these as a beta to go out and about with, brilliant. Can't knock it for that. But the bottoms get scratched up because it's obviously cheapy plastic, made to look like silver. But the mod itself is identical. It's just the material, But I love them. I think these are brilliant.
What coils are you running at the minute? The dot coils or the Nautilus?
Nautilus mesh.
Nautilus.
Yeah, the Nautilus mesh coil in that is phenomenal. The dot coils are great, but they're very hit and miss. So the first one I had in the SE was fantastic. The change coil, because obviously they give you two. The second one was utter garbage.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So when I've got this one, I've just left the coils as backups just in case I run out of meshes.
Yeah.
Just in case they're both rubbish.
That's right.
Which I'm hoping they're not. So I've only got one
I
of
haven't
these.
tried the Nautilus coils yet. I did try the dot coils, and I had a good one. I didn't have a dud, but I haven't tried the Nautilus in it just yet.
No. To be fair, the Nautilus mesh coil is phenomenal. It's very, very hard to beat that.
Is it a 0.4, is it?
No, 0.7.
0.7, oh, okay.
Yeah. 0.7 mesh. The 0.4 Nautilus coil is not all that, to be fair.
No.
Especially if you're using it in this, which will max out at 25 watts anyway, so it won't get the full, power into it. But the mesh, perfect.
Oh, nice. What did you run that one?
I run it on full power.
Oh, you do? Yeah.
He's not fiddling around with buttons.
Yeah, it's either on or off.
Go hard or go home. I found the sweet spot for the. I've got a 0.4 build in the billet. I've found the sweet spot around 33.
Yeah.
And it never dries out on me, so I just keep it at 33.
Yeah.
But it's a bit of a change when I go from I'll pick that up and then I'll pick that up. It's kind of both ends of the spectrum.
Where's the power? Where's the punch?
Yeah. I haven't vaped series in a long time, to be honest. Sean, my partner, all he ever vapes daily is just a series build. I don't know how he manages. Like, he goes through that much juice, it's unreal.
Yeah.
That's one of my dailies.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like a bit of series now again, but not all the time.
Actually, talking now, I'm going to get the batteries.
I've only just got this one back. The wife actually stole it for about a month. She was like, "Oh, that's nice."
I like that.
So I lost it for about a month. I've got my other one here, but it needs rebuilding, so I haven't messed around with that one today.
Yeah.
So
they are really nice. I've wanted a billet box for a while, but trying to find one cheap enough which isn't smashed to pieces is very, very hard. I know what I'm like as a collector. I would end up going down that rabbit hole and just having everything. Spending 20 quid on a titanium screw. Yeah, it looked pretty.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem. I've actually got a parcel waiting with Joey that he's going to be shipping out very shortly. There's about 4 sets of doors, buttons, tips. There's another billet in there. He's just got a box of goodies ready to send to me. So, getting ready for that. No. But I don't tend to go down the route of the internals because that's where the money really gets expensive.
Yeah.
So in this one, I've got the silver internals.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, there we go. And then on the other one, I've just got standard doors on this one today because I was using it for work. So I've got the gold on that one.
That's pretty as well.
But I don't go down the route of all the flipper stuff. It's too expensive. You could be talking $200 for a set of internals.
Yeah,
it's a lot of money, man. The friendly flipper stuff, and there's so much customizable billet box stuff out there. But I suppose that's why it's so popular.
It is, and we are working with all the other accessory companies to try and get as many accessories as we can.
Yeah.
So if we do get a nice selection of billets, at least we'll be able to offer various accessories.
Yeah.
So if you ever need one, Paul, we'll sort you out.
Oh yeah. You guys look after me.
Always. And also coils as well, because it's they take quite small builds in the bridges as well. So we'll offer billet coils as well. We've got some JB coils, billet coils on the way that were built specially just for us.
Oh, brilliant.
So as soon as they're available, I mean they'll go in any RBA, whether it's in the dot or anything. So
yeah, because that's one thing which does migrate from this over to the billets. They do the dot shell.
Yes.
Now I am on the hunt for one of them because I do love the mesh. Don't get me wrong, but I do prefer a rebuildable section.
Yeah.
So I think the dot shell is going to be on my hit list
They're available. They're definitely available.
They are available, but one website which I've seen them on are a known cloner website.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not going to spend 70 quid on a maybe genuine one. No.
I think Creme de Vape have them.
Yeah.
There's a few places I've been talking to that have got some in stock, so I'll see what I can do.
Awesome, man. Awesome.
But we were looking at the vape shells and the dot shell. So as soon as we've got stuff like that, we'll post it up and let everybody know.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, it's still a fairly new company, fairly new website. It's only been around for a few weeks.
Yeah, we're trying to expand the range all the time. So, like I say, we got the Kings delivered. I think that was Wednesday this week. So they went up on the site Thursday night. So we got the full line of the Kings collection, custards and the creams in the 100ml short fills. I
do love
we've
that.
Also got,
I have just noticed actually. Yeah, Off the Rails is in there.
Yeah, they're all in there. They're all in stock right now. So get them while you can. We've got the monocells, the P42s, and the 18650s available as well. So if anyone needs batteries to go along with any hardware, at least we've got everything on.
I always need batteries.
So, Mike, question. I mean, obviously, you've been in the industry. Well, been a vapor for a long time. I've been vaping about 7 years now. So now you've got your company. Obviously, it's new company. How's it been going from just switching that side of the industry, if you know what I mean? I mean, I know you do a lot of stuff at Expo and stuff like that as well. So you sort of been around that before. But how's it been? I mean, I know it's fairly new.
It is, yeah, and it's all a learning curve. Like I say, I've helped out different companies at Expos in the past. Went to Germany with Cloud Island, helped out Joey at London. Helped out various companies here and there. But to try and to start from scratch, really. Start a new Instagram, start a new way of advertising, because I know we all post for various teams and things like that. So it is different.
Yeah.
Trying to manage the two's proving a little bit difficult at the minute. I haven't had time to post that frequently.
Yeah.
We're doing well. We're really enjoying it. Both still working full time at the minute. So in our spare time, we're trying to, every 5 minutes we're trying to do orders and stock and manage everything. So it's kind of shuffling between the two at the minute. But we're managing quite well. We've got no shipping delays at the minute, apart from obviously what Royal Mail are going through, or various couriers. We're still operating as normal, so any orders that get ordered before 2 p.m. will go out the same day.
Yeah.
Any orders after 2 p.m. will be the next working day. And this weekend, it's after 2 p.m. now, so any orders from now will go straight out Monday morning. And we don't seem to have any delays right now, so everything's going well.
Brilliant.
It's really good to hear. The cracking ranges you've got so far. I mean, you went straight in with some awesome ranges, which was amazing.
Yeah, the first one we wanted to start with was the Prohibition, because it's dear to my heart as well. I've been a fan for a number of years, so that was kind of where we built the platform on. We just started with that straight away.
Yeah.
And Immortal, obviously. So we're really trying to give the high end to the market and trying to share everything that we can.
Yeah.
And as soon as every time something new comes out, we'll always we'll expand the range and we'll keep growing. So we'll try and cater to everybody.
Yeah. You having a beer?
I am indeed. Yeah,
it's the weekend.
I had a beer delivery yesterday. I ordered a keg from the local microbrewery down the road, so they delivered to me yesterday.
Oh. Nice.
It's really nice. They make it all themselves. It's a nice little pub that's been closed for obviously the last few weeks, but they are doing keg deliveries.
You're all about that life.
It's incredible. It was 23 quid delivered for 10 pints in a keg, so can't moan at that.
Yeah, that's good.
Quid. That ain't bad at all.
Yeah, fantastic.
That's good. Good value.
I've already ordered next week's keg as well, because this won't last very long.
Yeah, I'm rationing my beers. There's not many left in the fridge.
Well, that's it. I ran out of cans altogether, so I thought I was looking forward to this coming yesterday. So it's my birthday next Wednesday, so I thought I'd treat myself to a keg. So,
now you have to treat yourself to another because you're out.
Yeah, that's it.
Another question that Rabbit's been asking a lot is he's been asking because obviously this is sort of like a virtual expo. It's supposed to, it's not going to replace expo, but it's the idea is to give everyone a sort of experience.
Yeah.
Get to chat to vendors and different people in the industry, and he's been asking what's your best and worst expo experiences?
The best experience for me was probably the Berlin Expo, because Berlin was just a fantastic city. I'd never been before, so it was a great opportunity to actually see the city itself. But the atmosphere within the expo was like nothing I've ever seen. It was actually in an aircraft hangar as opposed to an expo hall that's built for it, so it was kind of makeshift. On the weekend, they had no air conditioning. It was like 35 degrees.
Like in a greenhouse.
It was unbearable, but it was an incredibly good fun. And that was with Cloud Island, and Jimmy from the Kings was there. Scott and Alex from Nameless came along with us, so we had a blast. That was probably my favourite expo. I've never really had a terrible expo. There's obviously the last couple that we've had have been quieter and quieter. The London one was pretty much dead. But it was great hanging out with Prohibition and being in London. It was a good expo. It was just very quiet.
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll build back up to what they used to be when all this is over. And I think what put that one down to the quietness was because the Corona thing was kind of just starting to take off.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't show. They sold more tickets than what turned up. So it was a quiet expo, but the atmosphere was good and the company was good. So I can't complain really.
Yeah.
But
it does give you that bit more of a chance to talk to these people, discuss the products, as opposed to having hundreds of people hammered in. That
definitely made it great. Like you say, at a very busy expo, you can't spend the time with the customer. You kind of, you're selling that one, then someone else is right there and you're kind of talking to them. Whereas if we had 5 or 10 people come to the booth at Prohibition in London, it was kind of, you could spend 10 or 15 minutes. Everybody could try all the flavours. You could get feedback. Everyone was kind of giving their own feedback to each other. And it was nice to mingle with all the people as well. So even though it was quiet, which was a negative, it made it into a positive because you got more time with the people.
Yeah.
But yeah, Birmingham's always been my favourite show. So as soon as we get back there, I'm looking forward to it.
We always have a blast at Birmingham Expo.
We sure do, and hopefully October will happen. Haven't heard anything otherwise.
It's looking more and more unlikely because the thing is, at the minute, obviously the NEC's a Nightingale. And they've said
it is. I don't see it changing yet.
No.
We actually supplied all the my work actually supplied all the hospital equipment and the nurse call to them. So we don't see it being emptied out just yet.
No,
not.
No, it's gonna be a while.
Yeah. I mean, luckily it does look like we're coming over the first initial big peak of that. So we just have to wait and see.
Yeah, but definitely looking forward to the May one next year if October doesn't happen. And then the plan is that we'll come with a booth, so at least the Cloud Dome will be there, and we'll just have to try and see how we can make the industry a better place.
Yeah.
I can say for sure, like on the next one that's actually open, the LXV team are definitely going to be there.
Oh, fantastic!
We'll be there. I'll be there regardless.
Yeah, we'll have to be there because we're all sharing an Airbnb.
Yeah.
You see, this is the beauty for me because I don't have to share a B&B with anyone. I just literally jump on the metro, then the quick short trip on the train, I'm there.
Yeah, well, the NEC is literally less than 40 minutes for me, but I just enjoy staying, hanging out with you guys, and it's just the atmosphere of the meals that we have, and it just makes it great.
Yeah,
the Chinese next time is always a good laugh.
The Chinese, and at least next time you'll have a bed to sleep in, Mike. You won't just be on the floor.
Right,
with some towels.
I appreciate that. You guys put me up. That was great.
I think we made that pretty comfortable.
Oh, is this the chap just telling us about that crashed on the floor in between your beds?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I had a room booked with Andy, and something happened with the reservation. And when I actually turned up to the hotel, they said the reservation had been cancelled.
Yeah.
Charming.
And I was like, okay, what do I do now?
We're like,
yeah, so we kind of they smuggled me in and we had a blast.
Don't mind the duffel bag.
Yeah, that's it.
Mate, to be honest, they didn't even have any questions, did they? It's just people walking in and out of everywhere, wasn't it? It's just
it was that busy. It was kind of just don't make eye contact when we went in there.
Walking beeline for the lift straight up and into the room. God.
That was great. No, it was good fun. We had a blast, and hopefully we can do it again next time.
Definitely.
If you're wondering why your slots run over, it's because the person after you has had an emergency, so they're not coming on. So we're just going to keep you on a bit longer. Just chat.
Yeah, that's no problem. I've got nothing else planned. I'm just going to keep drinking beer and chatting to you guys. But
which is exactly what we would be doing at Expo anyway.
Exactly, yeah. I do miss the Wetherspoons breakfast, though. I've missed that today. I was looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Mike's usual breakfast of Wetherspoons American breakfast, but you always have poached eggs.
That's right. You know me too well.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pancake stack with the bacon, the sausage. Oh, I could just eat that now.
We spent at least 20 minutes moaning about how the pancakes are crap and not how they should be.
But we then order them the next day as well and still moan about it.
Have it all over again.
Yeah, the top one's just worth throwing away because that's pointless.
Microwave pancakes.
Yeah, I actually made pancakes and waffles for the little one this morning, so we kind of made our own little breakfast.
Yeah, that's
Which
nice.
Wetherspoons do you get to? You get to the one just outside the actual expo itself, around the corner.
Yeah.
Same one that we was at before.
Yeah.
The one where Zippy said, "Oh, we'll meet you there." What, an hour and a half, 2 hours later, we still stood there, pissing down the rain, freezing our nuts off, and he still hasn't turned up. Find out he's in the bloody gym.
Oh,
That's Zippy.
It's classic Zippy, that is.
Yeah. Well, wasn't that when you were waiting for Pat as well, and he didn't turn up for like 3 hours?
Oh, we've had that before, yeah.
No.
We've had that was the May one.
Oh, yeah.
Then it was Ariel who went to the wrong place. It was all waiting around for him.
Ariel's good at doing that. He's good at getting lost or being late. Well, the one night actually at that expo when we went to the Miller and Carter because I was staying with you guys and they went to Danny and from Cloud Island and Ariel was staying at the Premier Inn, I think somewhere Solihull way. I don't even remember where it was. Yeah. They said, "Oh yeah, we're at the Birmingham Miller and Carter." I was like, "Okay, I'm sure there's more than one, but okay." So they were like, "Oh, it's the one on the roundabout." So I just Googled Miller and Carter. I drove there. I was there 20 minutes early. Sat in the car. Got to the time like 10 minutes past the reservation, and Ariel rang me. I was like, "Where are you?" I was like, "I'm here." He was like, "No,
where are you?
I was like, "Yeah, I am." And it turned out I was 15 minutes away at a different one. that was great fun. I was like, "Yeah, cheers, Ariel."
Yeah.
I think the first time I went, it was either the first or the second time I'd ever gone. I remember jumping on the metro, getting into Birmingham. I remember what train I was meant to have got, but because of the way Birmingham was planned out at the time, I completely forgot I was meant to be on the other platform. Jumped on the train and ended up in Wolverhampton. I'm like,
oh wow.
Yeah, so I had to literally, luckily because that's where I'm originally from, I knew where I was, legged it from the train station all the way around up to the metro stop, which is the other side of pretty much the other side of Wolverhampton. Jumps on the metro at the last second, then caught it all the way back up. I had to go past where I jumped on originally back into Birmingham.
Hiya, John. How you doing,
bro?
John? Yeah, we're still here. You can depend on us lot for being here.
We
just throw food down our throats, burn our mouths, and get back on for you guys.
I'm still planning the 72-hour one. We don't go ahead in October.
Oh God!
Straight through, it's live, 72 hours.
That would be interesting.
Yeah. Man. We'll do it for charity.
I don't think my arse would be able to take it.
Yeah, but by this time on a Saturday, it would just be.
Obviously, not all of us. We could do it in shifts. Do you know what I mean? Like 4-hour shift and switch round.
But then, are you really on it for the full 72 hours?
You're not, though.
No, you need a lot of Red for that one. You got to do it hardcore.
Yeah.
I would wait for that, dude. 24 hours another sleep.
What time do you guys finish tonight? What's the cut-off?
Last night we finished at 20 past 11 with Oggy.
Yeah.
So
tonight
we've got Aaron on as our last guest this evening. So
excuse me,
how much Aaron wants to talk.
Oh yeah. Is it 9 he starts, is it?
9 o'clock tonight, yeah.
If you guys decide any craziness, I'll offer my hand, laugh out loud. I'll keep Rabbit awake here in the States.
Yeah.
That was John.
John's a good dude, man. We had him on the show the other day. He came on with Rabbit. Real nice guy over in the States there. Real beautiful.
Changed.
Is Andy still in bed, is he, today?
Yeah, we've not seen him come on.
He's not been on at all this weekend yet. I mean, he popped in the chat yesterday. I know he had issues yesterday. Yeah, I guarantee he shows up for Ariel later.
Oh, yeah. He wouldn't miss that.
Bloody hell, Tracy. Apparently, Tracy hasn't slept since Tuesday. Damn.
Jesus Christ.
Tracy's going hardcore.
How are you alive?
What the hell are you on?
Yeah, hopefully we get quite a few on for Ariel. I'm sure it'd be interesting to. Ariel's a good guy.
Oh yeah, fantastic. And I'm sure he's probably got a few secrets up his sleeve, and there might be some new stuff coming out in the near future. He always surprises us, doesn't he? So
yeah, I mean,
the Tiger King mod.
That was great night.
For anybody watching, you're quite immortal up right now because you've got 3 immortal team members. So we won't talk too much about immortal, especially with Ariel on later. But they like to just surprise drop stuff on us all the time. But, that's it. Like the Viking, that just to check. Oh, awesome! When's that out? Like,
that took everyone by surprise. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, it was literally a case of, here it is. It's out.
Yeah.
Crack on.
Yeah, and it's a fantastic mod. I mean, I've got 4 of the original grips, and I'm really liking the Viking at the minute. I just love how it feels a lot chunkier in the hand.
I've been saying it's like a perfected grip. Not that there's much wrong with the grip, but just the way it feels and just.
I like the thickness of it. The fire bar is really comfortable. It's just a really, really nice mod.
Yeah. You don't have to put a lot of pressure on it to fire it either.
Yeah, and the size of the contact inside is just ridiculous.
Yeah,
that
was the first thing I said. First thing I said when I took that out, I was like, "Oh, that's amazing."
Yeah,
let's put it that way. If Eric Simpson does some silvers for that, they're gonna be expensive.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
it's gonna be an even more hard hitter than it already is.
Definitely.
I
do like it in white and in black though. They do look nice.
White's a 1 of 1, isn't it?
It is. It was a bit of a wild card. I was talking to Matt, and we were getting the colours for the site, and I said, "Oh, out of what I was ordering, can you throw one in for me?" And he said, "Well, which one?" I said, "Maybe a white." So it just happened. Really nice. Turned out great. I'm really impressed with it.
Yeah, it looks really nice in white.
Yeah. And I love I haven't used Half Moon tips for a while, but I've got the purple one on there.
Yeah,
that's pretty.
Really liking it. I did have one of the other Half Moons. I can't remember what the grey with all the white lines in it.
I've got it.
Yeah. This was the only one I managed to find out left. I think I sent the rest to you, Paul.
You seen that one?
Oh, nice.
So that's the Toxic White. That would look nice on there.
Scott Leaning, this one's for you 3 actually. Scott Leaning's asked, I don't own an Immortal yet. What makes their mechs stand out and worth buying?
It's hard to try and answer that without sounding biased because, like Josh said, we are Immortal fanboys.
I've never owned one.
I just love the designs. They're always unique. They're always different to what's on the market. The materials are always top quality. How they hit is just every mod Immortal bring out just seems to hit better than the last.
Yeah.
When the Gripnade came out or the Atom, I didn't think anything could hit harder than that. And then the Viking and Gripnade and stuff like that. So everything they do just kind of gets better and better.
Yeah. And it's the little things that they put into it. It's like, I know I showed this yesterday, but to take the bottom contact out, it is just a simple case of unscrewing it. I'll try not to drop this. But it's like, that's how quick and easy you can take your contacts out, clean it.
That's it.
Yeah, like Josh said, look at the size of that thing.
It's just solid. And with the atoms, it's one of the lightest mods I've ever had. I'm trying to get the camera to focus. And they just hit ridiculously hard. You can put it in your pocket, attach that to your belt. That's your locking mechanism in effect. And they just hit really, really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of very decent design aspects that go into aerials and mats mods. I mean, they've had their issues in the past. I'm not going too far, but they are just a real. Like for me as well, it's not that. It's the lots of the team members are like family to me.
Yeah,
it's such a welcoming company. Yeah, well, you'll get to meet Ariel later. He is one of the nicest people I've ever met. Would literally give you the shirt off his own back if he had to.
He definitely would. Yeah. The most down to earth person, definitely.
So, and I'm not saying it's not the same with other companies because it is. There's across the whole industry, and we've discovered that this weekend that everybody's really tight knit and close, and everyone's got the same ideas. And as Stuart from Murder Mods was saying earlier, there's that whole camaraderie between vapors. Like, it's a kind of geeky hobby, as he was saying.
It is definitely, yeah. But it's nice to see that the industry is still like one big family because I know maybe last year or the year before there was always, the argument between different companies and there was always the battles between whose team was better than whose. And it is nice to see that everyone's starting to come back together, and especially with the stuff that's going on in the US, it's nice to see that everyone can still band together as one industry.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's nice, you know, the drama between various companies has kind of died off, and it doesn't really happen that much anymore.
No.
And it's nice to see that everyone's fighting the good fight. So
definitely. I mean, going back to Scott's question there, he doesn't own an Immortal yet. Now's a good time to get onto Mike's website, get onto the Cloud Den.
It is definitely, yeah. We've got 10% off all the hardware. So we've got the Gear Apocalypse LEs, all the colours. I believe we may have sold out of the Murdered Out and the Teal, but we've got 10% off those. The
See, they're the two I haven't got.
Oh, really? I'll be getting more, Paul. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'll be getting them.
The Atom B2s, which are fantastic mods, absolutely gorgeous. And then, like you've seen the Vikings, we've got those as well. I just love how they're made. I just love the quality. I love the feel. Every mech from them kind of gives you a little bit more of a feel compared to another one. So I'm not using the Atom today, but going out, it's lighter. It goes in your pocket. It's a nice, comfortable mod. The Viking, I'm just sitting at home today. It's a nice, hefty, you know. There's a little bit for everything. It all depends on what depends what you're into. If you're into the side fires, and they're kind of where you want to go.
Yeah. And going on to the Atom, it can take up to a 28.
It so can, yeah. It's 28.
Big idea on it.
I've got one just here. I'll just show you. So there it is with Elite V2, completely flush.
Just the one I want.
No overhang at all.
Flat black.
Yeah, flat black. I've also got the. I haven't used it in a long time. It's kind of my little baby. I've also got the Prohibition edition.
Yeah.
That doesn't get used very much anymore. That's kind of a shelf one now. But yeah, whether it's the 25 or the 28, they kind of look great with anything on there.
Yeah, they do. They really do.
This was another one that was a bit of a custom one. We will be getting more colours in, but they are doing the colour fill ones.
Cool.
So whether it's just the white writing or the complete Murdered Out, we've got them in stock. So check us out.
There you go. And that's the thing. So we're not saying go out and buy an Immortal mod. You know, go and find what you like. Go and find what's right for you. So
yeah, definitely.
Exactly.
It just so happens that you know we are where we are, but
yeah,
you know, I don't solely just use Immortal mods. I've got a lot of them, but I use other things as well. So
yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, since I got the Druga, I've been using that every day for work. It's nice. It's light.
Yeah.
I use the billets. I don't use them outside the house because I don't really take these to work with me. But you know, they go up to 30 watts, and they really are a nice sub-ohm little vape.
Yes,
they don't.
I'm a fan of big.
I've never had a dry hit off one of these. You can literally hit it until the mod cuts out at 10 seconds and it won't dry. Yeah. Really impressive.
Yeah.
What I love about these is the 2 amp fast charging. So you can go from dead to fully charged in about 20 minutes.
Yeah. That's what I liked about the original Druga as well.
Yeah, definitely. And the lanyard is your USB cord.
The cable. One thing though, that doesn't plug into your car, sadly. I tried to plug mine into my car and it was like, nope, not going to charge that for you. Like, oh.
I've still got one of the USB adapters that go in the cigarette lighter, so I manage that way. But no, that's a great mod for just being at work, out and about. I use the DNA mostly at work for battery life because I drive a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, try one out. Yeah. I mean, I'd say Immortal are sort of really known for their side fire mechs nowadays.
Yeah.
So they make some phenomenal side fire mechs. I mean, the Siege being my favourite, which is that one. We've got a few of these. Just love the way it fits in the hand. It's hard
Extremely
hitting.
comfortable.
Yeah. I mean, I love my side fires. I've got every side fire they've done. My favourite at the minute has been the Doom X, especially since I got the slugger off you.
Yeah.
I was using that all day yesterday.
Yeah, the Doom X is one of my favourites. I absolutely loved it. The Doom Diamond is great.
Paul's blood splatter one.
Yeah, the blood splatter
my
one was
Dexter.
gorgeous.
That was really nice looking. That was.
Yeah, the Doom X has always been going to be one of my favourites. I've got a few of those. I do really, really love that mod.
Oh yeah,
The
nice shiny silver one.
Oh yeah, the silver one.
That is a thing of beauty.
I don't
love
use that one that much anymore because I want to keep that one special as well.
Yeah, look at that.
But that's holding up pretty well. That hasn't had that's been used and abused, and everyone at an expo that's seen it vaped on it, so it's kind of been in a million hands right now.
I like that. That's check which button was on it as well.
Yeah.
When you bring that one out of expo, it was like, oh, shiny.
Yeah, everyone was kind of drooling over that one.
Yes, definitely.
I had a different button in it then, but I don't have that button in it right now.
No.
You won't mention that.
Yeah, the American flag grip nade, that was the one I fell in love with at the October's Expo.
That was gorgeous. Yeah, I really wanted
You've
that.
got it.
I think Cloud Island sold the last one, and I missed out on that.
Me and you both undenied
That's
it,
what I'm
didn't we? I was stood there for about an hour going,
Yeah. I was undenied over it all weekend, and even at the end of the expo when we were packing up the boxes, I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. And then I was like, oh, it's gone. No, they were a really nice colour. I did see that there is a USA version of the Viking as well, so we'll have those on the site very soon.
Yeah.
You're getting the Target King in.
Maybe. Yeah, they turned out pretty good. They're a nice colour. I do like that.
There's not many.
Fun, aren't they?
Yeah, it worked really well.
Yeah,
that's another thing. That's another thing that I personally like with Immortal is the Cerakote quality.
Yeah.
I've never ever had any Cerakoting wear off any mods that I've had. You know, going back a few years before I tried my first Immortal, I had Cerakoted from other companies, and back then the quality wasn't what it is today. I mean, I've never had any issues with scratches or stuff like that, or flaking off, stuff like that. So the quality of the Cerakote jobs to me, it's a win-win.
Yeah. Nick Bradley Sutton there has not tried a side fire mech yet.
No,
maybe today's the day.
Yeah.
Got one I can use.
Yeah.
You've technically got one. Your hog.
Well, yeah. Like, not as in like the way you know.
Yeah, I
mean, one of the other mods that I had that was a murdered out Cerakote from Immortal, I actually dropped it on concrete, and when I picked it back up, it was still black underneath. So it had chipped the mod, but the Cerakote was that thick, it was still black.
It protected it.
Yeah, it didn't actually show the bare metal underneath, which I was happy about.
I mean, mine's warmed a little bit, like where I have dropped that a couple of times and it's hit the bottom. So there is a little thing in it, and that's probably why it's come off. But and this is my daily mod. I mean, this Black Siege is my daily, everyday carry. Like, I've got other sieges, but this was the one this one's got silver in it as well. So
yeah, my Black Siege is kind of my daily siege. If I was to go out and about, I'd just grab that one. My biggest downfall is that I don't clean them and wick them as often as I used to.
Hey, Kristen.
Morning, Kristen.
Hiya.
Hello.
Yeah, my mistake is I'll kind of use a mech for a week, put it on the shelf, pick another one up, and then it kind of gradually just, they've all got juice in, and then I'm like, okay, now I need to sit and clean all of them.
Yeah, you go pick up your top cap and just...
Yeah, there's just juice everywhere, and I'm like, oh, okay, now I'm in a mess. I try and keep it at the minute. I'm trying to just clean one, use one, and then I'll clean it and put it back, because I've got that many that are just, every single RDA I had was juiced up, and it was just annoying my OCD, so I had to sort them out.
Yeah. So I mean, I finished with one now. It's straight back in a case, cleaned, ready to go next time.
Yeah.
Because the amount of times I've gone to just take the top cap off, it's gone. Ugh.
That's how bad I am.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's nasty.
Up until last week, actually, I had I've still got my 28 fatality lying around here somewhere, and that's had juice in it for about 6 months. I was like, okay, now I need to clean that as well.
Now you've remembered it, you're like, I have to find it.
I love my fatality.
I did exactly the same thing with. Do you remember the Merlin Mini? I was rocking at Expo back in October.
Yeah.
And I picked up the QP Gatto. So I literally just unscrewed it. I'm not bothered about it anyway. It's just an old RTA. Slammed it in my bag. Forgot about it altogether. And then 2 weeks ago, I found it again. I was like,
wow.
Ooh. And I did find the 510 half moon tip I was looking for as well. So I was like, brilliant. Let's clean that while I'm here. And it was just black. It was gross. I was not happy.
No.
Right. Well, Vinny's back down there, but he's doing stuff, so we'll leave him alone.
Throw him under the bus, just shove him straight on.
No, he's busy.
Yeah, I saw Vinny did a review. We sent him some of the Prohibition juice, and I'm guessing he really liked it. There was a really good review. I think it was something he'd never tried, so it kind of gave him an idea.
Yeah, but he's giving the thumbs up down there. He's giving the thumbs up down there.
He's basically been vaping nothing but the watermelon on ice.
He really likes it.
Oh yeah,
and he hates watermelon juice, but he loves that.
Oh wow,
he's been on it all weekend.
Wow, yeah. For me, that one I kind of prefer the on ice more than the standard watermelon because it's not overpowering on the ice.
Yeah,
it's just got that little bit of freshness. So even on a series, it's not too cold. It's not straight in your face cold.
Yeah,
really, really good flavour.
Yeah, because that's one of the ones on my hit list next, actually. But I was waiting to see what his reaction is to the ice version and Vinny's.
Yeah,
because I'm very anti-ice if I can help it.
It's not super cold. I mean, I haven't vaped much of it, but it's not super cold.
It's not
I don't vape cold. I can't vape anything else. And for me,
it's instant vapor's tongue for me.
No, I prefer it to the standard White Lightning. It's just for me, it kind of expands the flavour a little bit. You get a little bit more watermelon, you get more lemonade, and it just kind of cools it down. So it's what the way Joey explains it is the standard White Lightning is your lemonade with the watermelon hard candies.
Yeah,
and then the other one is in a glass of ice, so it's not a frozen drink.
Yeah,
it's just kind of adding ice cubes to the lemonade, so it just kind of gives you that refreshing on the aftertaste.
Yeah.
And with summer coming up, it's going to be nice.
That's another good one. Yeah, for the summer, it's definitely a nice, refreshing juice.
Yeah.
The other one that I really like, it's a hit and miss juice. Whether it's 50-50 whether people are going to like it. It's the Speakeasy, so the root beer float.
Yeah.
For me, I absolutely love root beer. I always have, and it's bang on for me. I know a lot of people are controversial about whether they do or don't.
Yeah.
Because even at the London Expo, we had people try it and they were like, "Oh, I don't know what root beer is. I'll give that a go." And those people ended up loving it. And then some other people thought it was too aniseedy, or they kind of got an aniseed taste instead of the root beer float flavour.
Yeah.
So that one's a good one to try. It's kind of everyone to their own on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because I know you used it a couple of times on the shows, weren't you? And you're like, I still don't know if I like it or not. Then you vape and go, oh, I like that. And then you're like, do I?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that one all depends on the build. For me, I can't go too hot on that one. So if I vape that one on a series or on a hot build, it does taste a bit strong for me.
Yeah.
But on a normal 0.07 to 0.1 build or lower, even in a tank, it's a really refreshing vape.
Definitely.
Perfect. Mike, thanks for coming on, buddy. We're going to have to let you shoot.
Thank you very much for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for coming on, brother.
Yeah, thank you. And if anyone's got any questions, hit us up. We've got our contact details on the website. We've got the group. the Cloud Den Facebook page. If anyone's got any questions, give us a message. And the sale runs till midnight on Sunday. So 10% off all hardware, £10 for all 60 mils, 15 for all 120s, all including nick shots.
Is that the one?
That's the one, yeah. Free postage over £40, nick shots with every order. Got a bit for everyone on there.
Cool. That is going on the page for you, brother.
Thank you very much. And like I say, thanks again for having us. It's been a pleasure. And enjoy the rest of your day. I'll be watching intently.
Thanks very much for that.
We'll see
you.
Take care. Thanks a lot.
All right. We'll see you later.
Cheers.
Take it easy. Perfect. That was Mike from Cloud 10. Remember to get on that, get over there. Next, we've got Overkill Mods up. I can see him patiently sat down there, so we'll bring him on. And hello.
How we doing? Everybody hear me all right, right?
Yeah, I hear you perfectly.
Good afternoon, brother.
How we doing?
I'm all right.
Really well. Vinny's come on. Did you mean to come on, Vinny?
Yep.
I was like, have I accidentally bought it? I've got to change the banner. Keep forgetting to do that. Too much to do. So how are you keeping, brother? Are you all right?
Yeah, we're doing well. This lockdown stuff's getting a bit boring now, but just got to roll with it, haven't we?
Yeah, man. We do just have to roll with it. Definitely. We get in there. So, yeah. Tell us a bit about yourself, man. Tell us a bit about the company and what you're doing.
So, there should be two of us, but my left-hand man is currently with his child. His wife's been called to work today, so just me. There's two of us. We've been going for probably 2 years now. We've had a bit of on and off stuff like the last couple of years, just with stuff that's happened. Like my mum passed away start of last year, so we had a bit of downtime then and stuff, and a lot of stuff's going on with Johnny as well. But we're really making a push for it in the last couple of months and just try to get the name out there as much as we can. And obviously things like this do help. And we're a really small company. We're not as big as some of the other ones like your Suicides and stuff, but we try to give the best products that we possibly can. You know what I mean? So just because it's two of us doesn't mean that we can't give the quality of some of the other bigger brands. So yeah, just try to get that name out there and see what it takes us.
I've seen a lot of your mods, Dean, over the last couple of years. Like you say, obviously you had the little break in between things, but they're really nice quality mods.
Yeah, a lot of people have said that. Like, I genuinely think that the break that we had came at the right time, if I'm being honest, because that kind of allowed for us to see where the market was sat. You know what I mean? Like what was going on, who was doing what was happening, and it allowed us to sort of break into it in our own sort of way. Like a lot of people were just doing like the sort of take it for Suicide and stuff, but they were just doing small boxes. You know what I mean? So we wanted to be a bit different from that. That's why we did the 500ml Squonkers. We've got the new one, the Octokill, the 8 battery parallel thing and stuff like that. So yeah, that was our 500ml Squonker we done for ODB, Chris over at ODB.
Yeah, it's lovely that, isn't
it?
Yeah,
so we just tried to do our own thing in a market that was already it was on the way up. You know what I mean? So we just tried to be slightly different within that bracket. You know what I mean? So, and I think we did quite well because everything we've released is certainly taking people aback when they've really seen it, especially those Squonkers. You know.
Yeah, those super-sized Squonkers are mental. I know my friends at Vape have one. haven't they? They've got one of the big ones.
Yeah, that's the Octokill. We done that for Ams. Yeah, he was as soon as he seen it, he was like, "Shit, I need one of them." So we done that for the big man.
Yeah, I know Ams is this afternoon, and I'll hit that big one. It's a me-sized mod.
It's not for the faint-hearted, and it's you need some seriously large hands to hold it with one hand. Like I've got some big hands and I struggle.
Yeah, man.
So you're a nice looking mod.
Yeah, it's right up your street, Chris. You like big mods now, don't you?
Yeah.
Don't we all? Don't we all love a big moth?
That was the dailies for me.
That's the thing as well. Is like when we set out to do this, it was never like we knew it was never about making money. It was just about making people go, damn, that's sick. You know what I mean? Like when they look at our stuff, they go, it's instantly recognizable to us. You know what I mean? Like that's where we wanted to go. And I think the stuff that we've released and the stuff that we will release in the next probably 6 months to a year, once everything gets going, I think people will start to really like the stuff that we're producing.
Nick said he wants a 500 mil squonk.
Well, I think I might be wrong, but I think Island Vape still have some on sale.
Yes, 150 quid.
Still had a couple left, because that was the whole thing. Like that was a collaboration thing that we did. So when they did the Lifestyle Expo, we were just like somebody that spoke at us from Ireland said we wanted a couple, and then they asked us if we wanted to go on, and we were like, Ken, it's a bit short notice, money wise, blah blah blah. And he was like, well, if you give me, I think it was 6 or 8 500 ml squonkers, you can jump on our stand. And we were like, let's have it. So we did them, and they've been selling them in their store ever since. So
wow, that's cool, man. The Overduel. Yeah,
the Overdue. That was a bit of a fuck you towards Joe, I think. Just after everything that went on.
It was immense. I love that.
There was a whole thing. So like when we designed the Duel, we were designing the Duel. We were doing a bit of backwards and forwards with the guys over at the Vape show. Yeah. And basically what we were going to do was, if Joe, like we had heard that Joe were going to be at Expo last year, so we were like, we'll speak to Joe, so we can maybe auction it off, raffle it off, and the money can go towards charity if Joe were happy. And the Vape show guys, on behalf of sort of us as a company, were like, yeah, they put it towards Joe, and Joe were just like, nah, we don't want anything to do with it. Don't bring it to Expo. We were just like, well, fuck you. We're going to make it even bigger now.
How big was the Overduel then? Was it like?
I think it was, if I remember correctly, it stood about just under, I think it was just over 1.5 feet tall. And
that sounds right up my street.
The pod section had what was it? It was here he is.
Hey! I made it.
So this is Johnny. The other half.
Hi, everybody.
Hey.
The Overduel was about
had to feed the tiny human being that currently lives with me. So yeah, but we're all set up now. Sorry, I've been watching. Dean, you've been doing awesome.
Thank you. Stressing about it before I came on. I don't have anything in this house. That's overkill. Johnny has all of it.
Mute that so that I can actually hear you. Yeah. So, yeah. How's it going?
Doing good. You?
Can't complain. Lockdown is so much fun, isn't it? Yeah.
Lockdown's beautiful.
It depends on who you ask.
Yeah, probably.
If you ask me and Paul, it's great.
Do you know what? I've certainly been enjoying it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I've been liking it.
Because normally, it's not quiet for me. I cannot relate to the quiet part, but it's good. I mean, I'm getting to spend a lot more time with my family that I didn't usually get to spend, and that's been awesome. I think that alone has been, take suiting up to go to the supermarket out of the equation and stuff like that, and not really being able to go any further than the back garden. But yeah, it's been awesome spending time with family and things.
Yeah,
that's the real benefit I've seen for this as well. Like I work every weekend in my job, and my wife doesn't work weekends, so we don't have a day off together normally.
Yeah,
and then we've had the last 4.5, 5 weeks off together, so it's been on that side of things, loving it. You know what I mean? That's the side of that I'll probably come out of this and be like, that was good, but everything else, nah.
So, what have you got planned next? What are you looking to make? Have you got any more crazy ideas on the go?
Yes, definitely a couple of crazy ones. I always like to have at least one mental kind of idea in the back of my head. And I am working on some DNA related things at the moment.
Brilliant.
We've had a lot of requests for squonkers, like smaller ones.
Yeah.
Tiny.
I apologize for the grumpy baby noises in the background.
That's fine. Don't
worry. So we are designing a squonker as well. A single 21700 squonk. And we're moving. I'm trying to. It's a bit of a slow process, but I am trying to. Does it make any difference if I switch? No. To get into resin prints as well.
Right. Yeah.
I'll show you guys the workshop here in a few seconds. It is in complete tatters at the moment, but it's functional to a degree. She seems quite happy with her sandwich, so I'll just
quickly
do a run.
I just moved house, so everything has been up in the air. So this is currently the state that I'm at just now.
That's a nice.
I don't know if you guys can see stuff, but I've got like one print going on one printer, another print going on another, and the resin printer is kind of sitting idle at the moment because it's fast.
Lost a bit of sound there.
All of this up.
Lost
audio.
Losing
sound.
Lost the sound. Yeah, I can't hear them.
Can you not hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Come on.
Oh, right.
Your sound just drops out. You'll be saying something, then it'll just drop.
It probably wasn't that interesting anyway, so
you're gonna have to rewind and redo it again.
Yeah.
So yeah, we just recently moved house with. So funny enough, we live downstairs from where we're living now, so we're in like a semi-detached.
Yeah.
And the upstairs neighbors, their radiator leaked into our flat below, and they had moved out, and it was the landlord doing renovations and stuff like that. So obviously I like chapped the door. I was like, hey, if you guys replace radiators, I've got pools of water coming down. He's like, oh, come up and show me. Sorted that all out. He was like, have a look around if you want. It's not too often you get to see who lives above you or next to you. So I was like, I'm nosy as anything. So yeah, I was like, yeah, let's scope the place out. And it's more or less is exactly the same layout as what downstairs was, but the layout is so much better done.
Yeah.
And above that is a loft extension. So there's 2 bedrooms above. So it's essentially a 3-bedroom flat, which is great because Rosie had her room, we had our room. And here you go, before you start the screaming. The extra bedroom upstairs means we have a bedroom upstairs, and then the downstairs room is now my workshop.
Yeah.
Got in touch with a friend and got a countertop that was in a closed down store. And I've installed that into the room, as you probably saw. And yeah, it's just getting everything organized now with getting everything set up to have a proper functioning work area and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Brilliant.
So
Nick is using Venus internet.
You're the first human contact I've had in like 3 weeks that hasn't been Dean.
Strangers from the outside. Ooh.
Yes. People.
Humans.
Yeah, it's been really weird conversations with the postman the past couple of days. Open the door. Here's your mail. Thanks. How are you? How's it going? You know, what you doing?
Don't walk away. Stay and talk.
Yeah. You watching any good box sets recently? I've been watching this.
Mine's that scared of me now. They literally dump a package, bang on the door, and leg it.
Yeah, it's knock and runs now. That's all I get.
Yeah.
Well, it has been. And now, the last 2 days, it hasn't turned up.
It was so funny though. Yesterday we got a takeaway the other day, and the delivery guy did no social distancing at all. He was just like, here's your food. And I was just like, whoa.
I had that last night with one of mine.
Just
like,
squirting with the
dude,
Dettol to get him away.
Yeah.
Back off.
But yeah, we do have some pretty awesome overkill stuff coming up, mod wise and things like that. We're really kind of focusing on what we currently do, doing it well. So anybody who's in 3D printing and stuff like that will tell you it is never a kind of set it and forget it. Oh, we've done something good once. Cool. Just hit the replay button over and over again. Every time you print something, there's a little tweak or adjustment that needs to be made to replicate the kind of same quality. So that it's an ongoing process. Sometimes folk get that, other times folk don't. So they can become a little impatient when ordering stuff and they wonder why it's been over a week. They've not gotten their box. And it's like, that's because I've had to reprint it 4 times to make it look nice for you.
Exactly. It's that's the danger with 3D printing because, like quite right, it would be perfect on one.
Yep.
Not necessarily going to be the same thing the next time. You know, I've got a friend who does 3D printing, and the amount of waste he goes through because he thought he could just go bling bling, let's get these off, but no, it never works that way.
I think it's every 2 or 3 prints that I do. I recalibrate everything. I readjust, relevel, so that can be time consuming. Also, it can literally be 0.1 of something in a slicer program that could ultimately make something look absolutely stunning or absolute garbage. And it's worse when you don't find out until the very last layer. Everything's going great, and it's just that final layer on top, and it's just like
that.
It's ruined. And it's like, it's fun, but it is a labor of love because I've found that we've done some really nice work in the past that I'm happy with, and that's kind of the big thing for me as well. I don't like sending anything out that I wouldn't be happy enough getting and going, oh fuck, that looks awesome. Like, it's just like, oh look at that. Oh, that tiny little corner there. It's like in the bin.
Yeah, because you see that a lot, don't you, with 3D printed mods where they've not taken that time to give it that last look over, and there'll be like a rough edge somewhere on it. So even though it's very, very minuscule, when you hold it in your hand, you can feel it instantly.
Exactly. Something I've been playing around with and I've invested a little bit into is sanding prints, the bodies. It is hugely time consuming. Any of you guys know Trev? Ginge, Big Ginge.
Yeah,
no,
I know Big Ginge.
He does.
Yeah, he is probably the biggest owner of overkill mods in the United Kingdom. I think that guy has one of every mod we have ever made, apart from the 500mm Squonker. And for his Dominator box, the fuck? For his Dominator box, I did it in a silk gold filament. Yeah. And it looked great. But I was like, I wonder what this would look like sanded and polished. And I did, and it looked awesome, like mirror finish and everything like that. But my God, that was like 2 extra days of work just on that one piece to get it to look the way it did. So I'm looking at I've been looking at orbital sanders and wet and dry and all that sort of stuff to kind of improve the overall quality of some of the mods. But I think I'm going to reserve that for maybe an optional extra.
Yeah.
No.
Well, that's it, because the amount of time it takes you. And again, if you go too far with that sanding, you could end up damaging the overall look, and then you're back to printing again.
And when it takes, I think it's 36 hours to print the one part. Yeah. It's not something that you really, it's not something you really want to do.
It's not something you can knock up within 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
No. I wish, because I'd be rolling in mods right now if it was 10, 15 minutes a mod. That would be phenomenal.
Yeah.
How did you two guys come to working together, and how did Overkill happen?
So, I'll tell this story because it's one we hark back to on numerous amounts of occasions. Talk about this. So, How long's it been now? It's been 4 years for me.
4 or 5 years, yeah.
Yeah, just longer than 4 years. And back in the day, I used to get my liquid from Kenny over at Creamy Croydon. And I had a Creamy Croydon today. And I was walking along one of the streets up in Edinburgh. And I seen a vape shop, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go in here, have a look, see what's what, as you do when you've never been into a vape shop. And Mr. Baldman to my side here was working, and he was like, "Oh, are you the guy that owns Overkill owns Creamy Croydon?" And I was like, "No, I wish I was, because I'd be rolling in it, but no, that's not me. I just wear the hoodie." And he was like, "Oh, cool." And then that kind of just sparked this friendship that I would just go in on any day off I had, and I would just go and see him. That blah blah blah. And then you got a 3D printer for Christmas one year, didn't you? Or was it for your birthday?
It was either Christmas or my birthday. Just before we went to Expo.
The first Expo.
Our first ever Expo, yeah.
2016?
Say it again?
Yeah. It was Expo 2016. And he was like, "Oh, we can play about it and stuff." And he built the original mod, the Punisher mod.
Big blue
one. Big blue. And then everybody it drew so much attention at Expo that year that we were like, we could make a go at this, you know what I mean, doing mods and stuff. And I'm really good computer wise, like graphic side of stuff. So I was like, I'll take on that part. If you learn how to solder and 3D print and stuff, you take that side of things, and we'll just see where it goes. And then the year after that, Johnny was like, "Shit, we need to go bigger." So that's when was that 500mm squonk year?
No, but the story behind that, right, is so I got my first printer. It was a Wanao D7, I think it was, or a Wanao, some Chinese brand, and I got it for shits and giggles. I wanted to make like anything. It's like getting a 3D printer is like, oh, I really want a 3D printer because I can make anything. And then you get it, and my partner's like, "So what are you gonna make now?" And I was like, "I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna make." And already being big into vaping, I think it was just a natural thing. I was like, "Oh, cool! I'm gonna build my own mod." So I onto AutoCAD, designed it all, chucked a 5,000 mAh LiPo battery and a DNA 200 chip in it, and away I went. Took it to Expo, put a cool skull like thing on the front of it. Ran into a guy who had the same design but a tattoo, and it looked the tattoo looked horrible. Like on my Insta somewhere, there's a side-by-side picture, and you look at it and you're just like, "Oh fuck, that's a bad tattoo."
Bad idea.
So fast forward a year, and I've had the printer, and I've since got rid of that one and upgraded to a new printer. And we met a guy from Beast Mods, and I don't think I've ever told Nathan this story, but Nathan from Beast Mods, it was at Vape Fest in Shrewsbury, and I was there with the company that I was working with at the time, and I mentioned to him, "Oh, I'm just getting into 3D printing. I'm thinking about making a 100mm squonker," and he was like, "Oh yeah, that sounds cool, yeah." And some time went by, and Expo was approaching, and I think we were maybe about 5 or 6 months outside of Expo, and he posted a picture of a 100mm squonker, and I was just like, "You son of a bitch." And I said to Dean, I was like, "We'll have to go bigger. Let's go 500mm squonker." And Dean was like, "Can we even do that?" I was like, "Yeah, I know." And I was like, "I don't know." But I got a 500ml bottle and basically designed the mod around the bottle, and came out with a 500ml squonker. And we took it to Expo, and I went and I found Nathan, who was on, I think, the juice saws counter or something like that, and just like slammed it down in front of me, like, "Yeah, you son of a bitch, now what?" And he obviously had no idea about any of this. And he just went, "Fuck, that's a big one." And so in my head, I had won.
Your next one might have to be a liter bottle.
You know what? Everybody keeps saying this, but I just think it would be. Who wants to vape a liter of liquid? Who wants to vape 500 mils of liquid? But yeah, so much material. And
I've got to say though, I do love this one.
Oh yeah, the Gengar box. Do you know what? I'm gonna have to redo that lid now, because we have come so far from what we did there to what we do now.
Well, yeah, this was what, 2018.
Yeah. So
right,
when we done the lids for those boxes, we weren't as advanced as we were now. So like we were using like to get that Gengar purple. It was like what did we have to do again?
Well, I had printed the Gengar separately and then applied it to the door.
Yeah.
And kind of like stuck it on almost, and then we kind of went from there. As we're now, we can print, everything is done by the printer, just all in one go. So do you know what? Hit me up after this, because I'm going to remake your door, and you can take that one off and burn it.
Hey, I don't own that one. I'm on your Insta. I'm just looking at all these cool ones. I mean, that's amazing.
That's cool.
Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah, that was one of the originals. When we took the 500ml squonks to Expo, the first one, we took 2 with us, and a vendor from some Italian company just walks up to Dean and I. He goes, "How much are you selling those for?" And I just came up with the first number that jumped in my head. I was like, 300 pounds. And he whips out a massive wad of cash, hands me 300 pounds, and just gives and takes the box. And I was like, Dean and I just look at each other, turned around and walked away. And I'm just like whispering to Dean, I was like, "Don't look back at him. Don't look
just
back.
Run.
Just keep walking." And I went from there. When we got home, I approached my business that I was working with at the time. I won't mention names. And I was like, "Listen, I want to sell these." And they gave us a big rigmarole of their terms and conditions. And I was basically like, "Nope, I am not happy with that." And I handed my notice in to do Overkill full time. Things went sideways, but I was picked up by another vape company who were like, "Listen, as long as you're serving people out the front, you do whatever you want in the back.
Yeah.
Do Overkill stuff, solder, send boxes out, do whatever you want. Just make sure that when a customer walks in, you're helping them." So that's how it went. And yeah, it just grew and grew and grew from there.
That's brilliant.
I like to think we've got a small following, but it's quite a dedicated following now as well. So
now, I have been known to rock a 3D printed box. I may well have to get in touch with you guys after this at some point in the future and get a squonk made.
Yeah,
I'm
where we
thinking
are.
the same.
We need an LXV one.
get in touch.
LXV one, yeah.
I'm now going to attempt. Do you see?
Audio's away again.
That's one way to do it.
Oh,
Yeah,
This is Rosie. She's an overkill baby.
from January. I mean, that quality there on a 3D printed mod is just brilliant to see.
Yeah.
Nice and smooth. It just looks incredible.
Yeah, I watched a few reviews on people who had taken in mods from other companies. One thing I always came back with, I don't like seeing the lines. Like, you know, the layers you get with 3D printing. I don't like. I don't like seeing them. We spoke about it. How can we get this down to where those are very not visible, allowing us to keep up the same amount of speed? And we tweaked a few things. We used some different stuff, and the filaments and different settings on printers and times and stuff. And then that's sort of how far we've come in the last year, I would say. Because about a year ago, we were still. It wasn't great. It was good. People were happy with the stuff they were getting. But in all honesty, we were like, that's not where we want to be. And then I think we just clunked heads one day, did it, and that's where we are now.
Yeah.
But what a lot of people I think don't realize with that, like that picture you showed of the like the flawless, is that those lines are still there. Like there is no getting around the lineage when you have something 3D printed. Okay, this is what we're doing now. So yeah, it's more down to do with the material and how it reflects the light. And that particular black that we use, I mean, don't get me wrong, we dial our settings in, and I've got multiple kind of setting profiles on the computer and stuff like that for different qualities and stuff like that. But I mean, yeah, you're always going to get a certain degree of lineage, and I think we do try to minimize it as much as possible.
Yeah.
But a lot of it does boil down to the color that's used. So, for instance, white and black are really good. That particular black that we use and the white that we use is phenomenal for kind of hiding the lineage. But then if you, say, use like a particular shade of green, you would still see the lines. Yeah, there's no getting away with it entirely. But yeah, we do our best.
We do our best to try and keep
So,
it.
So on average, say I was looking to get a custom, Squonk mod made. How much will those set me back?
Well, that's not something we actually do at the moment. So we'd have to like, once we've designed it, it would then be like, right, what is a viable price for that? But like our standard 18650 boxes, they're 90. Our 21700 boxes, they're 110, and then you move up to the Octo, which is the 8 battery parallel or para series, depending on what you want. That's 18650. 8 of them is 200, and then we do the Dominator, which is the big gold one that Ginger's got. That's 21700 parallel para series, and they're 250.
Yeah. So I mean, for the amount of work that you guys have to put into that, it's really well priced. It's not.
I mean,
crazy money, you know what I mean?
We think so. I mean, I think I've always said to myself, customer service for me is always at the forefront of everything. If I can get enough, if Dean and I can generate enough money to cover our costs, to cover the labor and the time and the effort that we put into it, and have a little bit of money left over, profit-wise, to put back into Overkill, then that's fine. I'm happy with that. Obviously, with everything that's happening now, that dynamic has changed a little bit, and some of that profit has to go to bills and food and life stuff. But I think we don't have to compromise too much to achieve that. And that's why we didn't increase prices at all when we started. When all this kind of kicked off, and I went and do this full time and stuff now. Instead, we diversified. So we made the Octokill and the Dominator, and we'll continue to release new things rather than just hike the price up of what we already do. Just diverse more.
Yeah,
that's brilliant.
This was never making hundreds of thousands of pounds. It was about, we had seen other people in the market charging X amount of money for it, and we were like, no, let's make these things affordable for people. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, it's just a mod. You know what I mean? Like, why does a mod have to be like an 18650 mod? Why does it have to be £300? You know what I mean? Why can't it be £90? Still achieve the same quality that everybody else is achieving, and get some of that mod. You know what I mean? That's where we put it.
And make it custom, and you know what I mean? Like, make it personal, and which I really like. We don't really do a standard generic. Do you know what I mean? Like, we don't do just something with our name stamped on it and then release it out there for anybody who wants to buy it. I would much rather somebody get in touch and go, listen. For instance, have you guys seen the Elijah box that we did?
It should be on someone's. Hold on, I'll try and get a picture of it. Hold on.
So a guy named Scott got in touch with us, who wanted a remembrance box for his son, who passed away, and he'd given up smoking for his kids. So that's why he wanted the box kind of done, and he asked us, how much would it be for this? And that hit really close to home for me, because this little person was a set. She was part of a set, and we lost her brother. And I straight up said to Dean, I was like, I want to do this guy's box for nothing, because this man deserves something awesome. You know what I mean? I've been there, and so we made his box, and that was very rewarding. There you go. Yeah.
Oh, it's nice, that is.
Yeah.
Elijah actually Scott's tattoo.
Yeah, so I got Scott to send me a picture of Elijah's name there from a tattoo on his arm. And I cleaned it up a bit and made it into a 3D object so that I could put it directly onto his box.
Oh, that's brilliant. So it's it's that extra level of personalization for that, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. And since then, he's been in touch repeatedly to order and pay for new boxes. So we recently did his Bumblebee box.
That's cool.
Wow.
And one of the boxes that he's ordered as well is one of the boxes you saw printing on one of the printers. He's getting an Octokill Transformer.
Nice.
Box. And for me, I think it's all about customer service, because I mean, yeah, I could have charged him for the Elijah box, and yeah, it's very possible that he would have been back for 2 more boxes on the back of that. But I think going that extra mile and just taking the time to make something individual and unique for a person and walking them. So what I like to do is walk somebody through the entire steps. I will let somebody know when I'm starting printing, when, we discuss color options, we discuss, we send them renders, we make any adjustments that they want, or maybe if they like it or don't like it, we make suggestions what might look good and what might not look good. And I think just kind of taking that much interest in their particular box is a great customer service. And I'm hopefully going to retain that. They're going to come back again and again and again.
Exactly. It's brilliant.
I'm starting up that 8 21700 the mod you made.
Yes, the Dominator.
I'll find a picture of that if you can. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it.
I'd
like to see it.
now.
You know what? Funny story behind that. I made that box, right?
Yes.
So I made that, and I stamped 16.8 volts on the side of it, and I wired it up. And granted, it was late, and I probably should have been in my bed. I wired it up wrong, right? And I sent it to Trev. I sent it out to Trev, and he was using it. He was absolutely loving it, and it was like he had stuck a tank on it, and I was like, "Do you know what? Something just doesn't seem right there." Yeah, and I was like, "Go and show me the battery layout again." And he sent me a picture. I was like, "Do you know what, Trev? I've wired that up in 8.4 volt, not 16.8." So I was like, "Listen, send it back. I'll pay for your postage. I'll get it rewired, and I'll get it sent back out to you." And I got it sent back up to him, and his reaction when he got it back, with the sheer amount of power that it was putting out, was insane. But I told him, I was like, "Listen, you're the only person in the UK who's going to get a 16.8 volt Dominator, because fuck having that out in the market. If somebody doesn't build right, they're going to lose their face." So yeah, we do the 8 battery mods now in either 4.2 volt or 8.4 volt.
Right then, guys, thank you very much for coming on the show. Thank you very much for juggling Babby and everything else to make sure you came on. Really do appreciate your time, fellas. Dean and
Thank you very much.
Johnny,
Thank you very much for having us.
If you're doing any sort of promo or want anything sharing, drop me the links and things, and I will get that shared across all our social media for you quite happily, as all part of the community thing. And thank you very much for your time, Jen.
Thanks for having us, man.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
See you later.
Give me 5 minutes to get them off.
Right, I'm jumping off cam for a moment. I shall be back with you guys shortly.
All right, mate.
Okay.
No worries. That 16 volt though, mate, that I would love that. 16
volts is insane.
Oh no, but wow. That's better. That is actually insane, and it's really cool. Definitely talking.
Vinny, you're muted.
There you go.
You're back.
Don't know what happened there.
You muted yourself, you donk.
I didn't touch anything. Right, Guillen's waiting downstairs below from Innovate straight away. Welcome, Guillen. I hope I'm saying your right name right, Guillen.
Hello.
Yeah, you're doing it good, bro. How you guys doing?
Thank you. How are you doing, brother?
I've been good. How's everything out there over in water going?
Yeah, it's going all
right. You guys still locked down?
Yeah,
we're still locked down.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, she's
we're
about a 6 week
too. It's pretty dead where we're at. But there's nothing you guys can do. So what's up? Welcome. Thank you for having us on the show today.
Thanks for coming on.
You're absolutely welcome.
Thanks for coming on.
Man, same thing, same word, Gotta keep pushing, see how we can help out everybody. Sucks we can't come over anymore, but this is dope.
Yeah, man, something a bit different, you know. But we wanted to try and bring something
Yeah.
to Expo weekend and just try and get some stuff out there. Really, saw some
Exactly.
Cheryl got the bullet again and gave you the role.
Yeah, might as well, right? I'm always at the shows, so I talk to you guys a lot. It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Yeah, so
yeah, hi.
Tell us a little bit about Innovapes and what you do.
All right, so Innovapes, we're about 5 years old going on. I've been with the company for about almost 4. We tend to like to be able to find a lot of grails for people. So in the instance in the beginning, if you remember, a lot of these mods were hard to get. And if you were to get them, they were either used, never fully unboxed. They were highly priced. So we tried our best to get many mods, Immortal, AV, Billet especially. We know how you guys love those out there. And other ones. So we try to give them the best prices, and especially with a lot of shops always get denied on wholesale. So we try to get every distro that we can. So a lot of times we always push to further the expansion of any mod that people want to get their hands on, especially for the customers, right? And the customer bases is what keeps us alive and keeps us going. You know, it brings the community together that we never expected. You'll meet a person, you're like, oh, I don't know if I can talk to that dude. He might be a rude one. Until he asks you a couple questions, then you're like, yo, bro, definitely hit me up. I can do whatever I can for you. So we're always up to suggestions. When anyone wants certain things, we can always find out. We'll dig as far as we can and how we can get them to you for a better price. A lot of times issues are the fact that, who are you? I don't know who you are. Why would you want my mods? And why should I give it to you at a better price? I'm like, well, we hear your mods are what everybody wants. So, but the only problem is everybody can't get it. So once you help us, so we can help you expand your name. And that's why we do what we do now, to give you guys that option. And a lot of times people get scared, you know, like I'm never afraid to answer an email. Just give me a call. Tell me what you want. I'll do my best. You know, it may take a couple days, maybe a couple weeks, because some people take a long time to answer because they're either the DMs flood, their mailboxes are full, or they're just scared to answer that phone call because they're like, who's this from the U.S. calling me at 2 o'clock in the morning? And I'm like, yo, dude, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon for me. I'm trying to help you out here. But, you know, you let me know what you want. And that's how we like to do things here. And the best thing apart is that people who are able to get what they want, they're happier than ever. Some, you know, spend their full checks, you know, they'll give up just for this one mod, just for the pure happiness. But at the same time, you know, they don't want to kill the bank. They don't want to put themselves behind bills, especially times like this. You know, not many people are working. We all know how hard it is. You know, we got lucky because, you know, we provide essential stuff, because we do also our other end of the business too with another company we just opened up in London. But everyone's wondering, like, how's your shop running? Well, you know, reluctantly, Cheryl was smart, and, you know, she got a company side business with a drive-through window. So we're doing what we can. We're holding up with the product as best as we can, because a lot of times now, a lot of warehouses, a lot of machinists are being forced to stay home. And, you know, if you know the right people, we can find out the right information. We can give you the lengthy amount of time. You know, shipping right now, of course, it's horrible, but it'll get to you. Yeah. We'll do our best. We'll stay on top of that. We'll do the fighting. We'll do the watching. So, you know, this type of industry, like for people like us, it never sleeps. Which is the truth, you know. But yeah, man, how's everything going? You guys holding up very well? You guys' families are being fed and everything? You guys doing what you can?
Yeah, we're doing all right. Definitely.
That's
you
good,
know,
man.
It's hard being locked down, but it's nice at the same time.
Well, that's,
you know.
See, I'm not actually locked down because of my job. I actually still have to go to work and everything, and I'm a nurse by trade, so I'm out and about. Yeah.
Yo, man, let
exactly.
me know if you need hand sanitizer or some PPE stuff. We'll do our best to get some out to you.
I've got tons. Don't worry, we're well supplied in the NHS here, so we're well looked after by our bosses. It's but yeah, it's interesting times for the globe at the minute. Never mind just our little parts of the globe. It's everywhere, and it's
Yeah, it's just not one regional area anymore. Like, you know, in the beginning, it moves so fast.
Yeah,
You can
it's
breathe,
yeah,
and then next thing you know, boom, 100,000 people got sick, and you're like, what? It's
yeah. I
insane.
think we're catching the states up at the minute. I think we've just hit 26,000 dead or something like that from it.
Oof,
So
that's insane. Yeah, our numbers rose really fast. It took about like
yeah,
4 weeks, man. You know, we hit the just 2 states, New Jersey, where we're at, and then of course New York, the
yeah,
epicenter of it all, and we hit higher than the globe in 3 weeks.
yeah.
You know, it's like what? You know, good. Hopefully we find a decline, which, you know, we're all hoping for. It's gonna take time. You know, we always strongly advise people, you know, if you don't need to travel or meet with anyone, always, you know, keep yourself away. The faster we stay away from people, and I know people hate not seeing friends, but right now it's the time of need. You know, we need to slow this down before it gets any worse. It's viral. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's spread hugely fastly, you know, just crazy fast. So, but hopefully we'll come out the other side of it stronger and better. And, you know, the one thing I can say about doing this show for the last 2 days is that the community side of it from the vape side has just been phenomenal.
that's great.
Yeah.
That's always a good thing. It didn't die. That's a good thing. You know how they hate it so much here in the US, so
Oh, in the UK scene, the social side of it, we seem to be pulling together a lot more and gelling together. There seems to be a lot less sort of attitude against each other and things like that at the moment. It's the whole thing seems to be knitting the vape community together really tightly at the minute, and it's actually lovely. It's a lovely thing to be happening, and things like this that we're doing is just helping that as well. It's we're trying to spread the love globally and bring everyone in. I mean, we've got Ariel on from Immortal later and Pat from Half Moon tomorrow. We've had Ron Peoples on because I know Cheryl knows Ron really well.
yeah, those are all good people right there.
Oh yeah,
people too. I kind of miss y'all, man. I love the happiness, especially when we come out there. It's like we're here and we're like, oh, people know us. It's cool. And then we go there and people already know us. I'm like, I never met you yet. Hi, you know, and just to give them what they want, it's awesome, you know, and just to see the people, it's a different world now, you know, and like prior, like no one really wanted to talk to nobody, you know. You'll go to people who only know big names, and then you find out like there's other people who are there to spread the love with you, grow with you, support you as well, and you know, I mean, that's what the world should be about generally.
That's pretty much sums us up in a nutshell. There, we're
yeah. But yeah, man. So like, we wholesale distro a lot. It depends on what you want. You can be. I want everyone who's watching or listening. You know, if you need something and you know you have a hard time trying to find it, just be wary that you know you can always call us. Give us a heads up. Hey, man. You know, I would like something like this. All that. We do provide as most as we can. You know, we do our billets, you know, and fortunately, shipping sucks with all the timing.
Yeah.
But we'll be getting everything out to you guys, whatever we can in a timely manner. The best pricing that we can offer, you know, options.
You're not going to believe this yet. I have not even touched a billet box.
What?
I haven't seen one. I've not had one in my hands. I've not touched. I mean, I'm a reviewer, and I've never touched one. Never touched
awesome.
one.
But I see you like big hits though. You know, I don't think your billet's gonna give you that. You might like suck down the whole billet.
You see, I use pod systems. I've reviewed the Top Mod AOI. I've reviewed various pods, and I do like my mechs. I am a mech head. I've done reviews for Lindsay AV, and I've reviewed for Ariel and Mortal and everything else. But I do like my pods as well because when I'm out and about at work and things, I can't take a mech. So
yeah, no, right. Especially you being a nurse, everyone's gonna be like, "What is that big thing in your pocket?" You're like, "Oh, and then you're blowing a cloud, and they're like, "Wow, that's crazy." You know? But yeah, man, let me know if you're ever interested in a billet. You let me know. There's a lot of good things about it. You know, the AIO spectrum, the triple anodizing, the billet aluminum, the options of decorating it the way you want, all the aesthetics. Yeah. It's insane, like the way it's moving in the industry right now. with all
Yeah, a
the
lot of
custom.
personalization going on with the billet boxes, and you can get everything pretty much how you want
you
it, can't you? Which is amazing.
It's wild. It's wild.
So, like, Billet's your biggest sort of line at the minute?
Yeah, billet's gonna. It has been due to the fact that Nick Salt and higher nicotine has come back around the block again. And with that being said, billet did take a slowdown a couple years ago, and then when this whole Nick Salt dropped, everyone wanted them again. But then the advisories, everyone wanting to get disposables or filled pods throwaway, kind of made an issue. The higher end guys like us wanted something that was going to be susceptible enough, just because we love our hand checks. We love all the fact that, like, man, look, it started off as a plain old box like this. Then you can fully decorate it, get whatever you want. And then everyone's like, oh, yeah, you know what? Let's make some bridges. All right, let's find those bridges. Hard as hell to get. But knowing the right people gets you whatever you want. And then especially, now you got a little grail sitting on your shelf. People are going to always offer you money for it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of crazy. It's like how fast it moves. And it's wild. But yeah, billet is one of our biggest. Mech industry in the U.S. has it's slowly picking up, but it's slowly dropping. It's a teeter totter here. It depends on what you want. A lot of people have issues. So, but getting the mech world in the game again is going to be awesome if we can push it around. There's a lot of great material, a lot of great aesthetics coming out, a lot of new designs. So, getting them is the hardest part, but seeing them's the easiest. Instagram and Facebook, man. They flood everything and gets everyone confused. Like, oh, I can buy that today, right? They're like, oh, it's sold out. And you're like, oh, man. I really wanted one. And you're like, oh, man. I'm like, I'll try. I'll even message you on the group. I'm like, hey, man, hit me up. I'll do something for you.
I think Ron's giving you some grief there, Guillaume.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, Ron. I got a little personal barber, so it's pretty dope. I waited about a month and a half to get a haircut. It kind of sucks. But I feel good again. I feel like I can, walk around and be like, what's up, guys? Woo! Dang,
we're struggling over here. It's definitely.
Look at you, Vinny. It's all right, Chris. We know you always got the fresh cut, brother. Always.
Yeah, and it's the cheapest one around.
That is a fact.
Yeah, man. I can't wait to get a haircut.
How long have you been aboard Innovates then, Guillaume?
About going on almost 4 years, around September, June-ish, I would say. I remember I met Cheryl a long time ago when I was looking for AV mods. At the time, everyone was finding those foo hattons and everything like that. So you get a little skeptical, like someone's going to sell you mod and you don't know what it is because you didn't know that there's clones as easy as they were. And so I linked up with her and found all of it. Ooh, look at that medieval. I got a couple left too. I got some candies if you'd like. You let me know. but how getting involved in vapes was different. I started off by working the floor. I knew my products, except the fact that being a dripper, I didn't know much about tanks and coils. And once I mastered that, learning that the fact that you have variable options, just like how when you build coils, I got really interested in it. And then Cheryl offered me a few years in, like, let's go to an expo. Let's see how this goes. And then I still remember my first expo in Houston. Was it Houston? No, San Antonio, Texas. It was pretty dope, man. I didn't know that the scene was so live. Like, I know at the shop on our busiest hours, I'll get a customer every 10 minutes, right? But there, it's like every 10 minutes, there's 15, 20 people waiting to talk to you. And I was like, what? This is like, I'm like, oh my God. Like, who do I go next? Yeah, and then it became easier. And I started falling in love because we had stuff that people hasn't seen before. And I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, I always see it on Facebook. I always see it on Instagram. And I just look at Cheryl and I'm like, hey, man, you didn't tell me you're that popular. You gotta let me know things like this. I was worried. So, and then the scene became lovely. I like meeting new people and being able to even talk to new owners and new people, new companies, seeing what they have to offer. And there's a lot out there. There's a lot out there. There's a lot of people sleeping a lot of products out there.
Yeah.
And everyone's putting their hard-earned money, their blood, sweat, tears, time, and no sleep to get you guys what you want. So I thought I might as well jump into that game too, and it's been great. You know, I like seeing the people, the groups who come together. You know, a lot of times it was weird in the beginning because it seemed like there's always a battle between certain companies. It's like, why? But when you really get to know them, it's not that. It's just that, you know, it's always going to be a product issue. You know, there's something there that someone doesn't like about it. But hey, I'm all about sharing love with everybody. I like to bring people together, and that's the best part.
Definitely agree with that.
Her bringing me on was like one of the best things. So yeah, when she told me about this, I was like, yo, let's do it. And when you guys sent her the email, I was like, wait, what? A virtual expo? This is gonna be dope.
That's pretty much the consistent saying from everybody. They've all loved this idea. Like, we can't physically do it, so let's just use a platform that we are used to and just offer it to everybody else for the community.
And in social media, everyone loves it. So there's no way you're saying you didn't see it because you know it's going to be there. And if you missed it, it's recorded. That's the best part.
Yeah, these will all be live. These will stay on our YouTube and stuff afterwards. So I'm assuming
that's awesome. That's awesome.
So yeah, I saw you guys were busy yesterday. 4,000 yesterday watching us. 4,000 people tuned in. Yeah,
those are the good expo days. 4,000 people a lot, man. We had 4,000 people walking by.
We're not doing bad considering LXV as it is hasn't even been around for a year yet. We'll be a year old literally on Father's Day.
Oh
yeah, it will be.
Yeah,
let's go. Who would have knew? See, told you, social media, the best platform.
Oh yeah,
always gonna be the best way to get in contact with people too. So.
I think we're quite lucky with this. But between the 7 of us that do LXV, we know a lot of people in the industry. So, and quite a lot of people jumped at the chance to come on and just like, well, even if you come out and hang out, you know, you don't want to talk about your product, don't talk about your product, just come and have a chat. But
yeah,
it means more people get to meet people in the industry. People get to, you know, get to meet all sorts of people, which is great. You know, not just from the UK, from the States. We had Earl on earlier from Dovpo. He was in the Philippines. I mean, it's just great to see, man. So
bring all nations together.
Yeah.
You know, one thing the world's always tried to do.
Well, we've got another Philippine company tomorrow as well, haven't we? Valiant Mod.
We got Valiant Mod.
Really nice Filipino mods. They're really amazing.
Mods. Maybe because I'm Filipino, kind of makes sense. But yeah, their mods are amazing.
We were talking about it earlier. The Filipino made mods are something else.
They're totally different. Like if you see me work a show and you see me there, like how I am now, always happy go lucky, you never know what I'm gonna do next. You know, it's the same thing with those mods. I think it's in our blood, brother. I think it's in our blood. Our blood's fully different. You know.
So you guys got plans to come back to the UK when all this is over then?
Yeah, man, we love you guys. That's why we came back as many times as we could in the last year. You know, I think we did 3 trips total, and we were supposed to do the 4th, but you know that got canceled due to this. Actually, there was 2 more expos. Yeah, there was 2 more coming up after January, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yep.
I remember seeing after the October Expo over here, you guys were still at it for several months afterwards.
Yeah, we were going
I was seeing it on Ron's and all that lots of pages. I'm like, wow, and we finished. We were knackered after the 3 days. A couple of days later, you're in another country doing the same thing again. I'm like,
yep, for another 3 days. Oh man, that's what I was saying. Like it's tiring. It does, and like we went back to back. I think.
Yeah.
The biggest break I had in between all the expos last year, depending where I went, I think was about a month. You know, we still had domestic shows
you spent a bit of time in Italy. You had a bit of a vacation in Italy, if I remember right, wasn't it?
That was Cheryl. Cheryl did the VSE in Italy. She did that with another one of our friends. I didn't go to that. I went to the ones directly after, and then you know we hit Germany, we hit Mexico twice. That was rough because I remember we left you guys, and then we went right to Mexico. It was like, "Ooh, I am tired. I don't. There's no point in going home because by the time we got to Mexico, I would only had 18 hours. And now 18 hours. That's still including the time that I landed, unpack, repack, get back up, get back to the car, get to the airport, and then fly back over, and then hit Mexico, and then the time difference. And that 18-hour flight was wild. I fell asleep like 22 times, thought I was there already, but I wasn't. I was still on the plane. It was awesome though.
I've flown to Mexico.
I definitely have to say you lead a very interesting lifestyle.
Yeah, it is. It is very interesting. It's just a lot of traveling. It's time, and composure is key, especially with all the lack of sleep you get during them all. You don't want to misinform anybody on certain things when it comes to certain products, especially when you're buying bulk and you're like, you missed this part right here. Like especially with like any side fire mods, you're like, oh yeah, you squeeze it. They're like, oh, there's a lock button. I'm like, oh, I forgot about that lock button, brother. Just twist the bottom or twist the cap.
Yeah, the amount of people I had a side fire not use one, they're like,
yeah, I know. No. I'm like, yo, it's right here, brother. It's like here's
when I first tried Zippy's. When I first tried Zippy's sci-fi one, literally the first thing I did. Oh, where's my? The first thing I did, I just grabbed it like that, and he's like, "No, you hold it like that." I'm like, and it just felt really because it's railroad. You don't get used to holding them like that.
Yeah,
you're
used to holding that when you're walking around. You're about to travel. You don't want to lose that mod or drop it. You just grab it right in the middle like that, and then you forget that you're like this, and like now you're holding it and you're firing, and you're like, "Why is it firing? My finger's off the button."
Get your hand off the button, idiot.
Yeah, I know, right?
You're walking through, there's a big plane coming behind you, and everyone's like, "Whoa."
Yes.
So, what's your preferred method of vaping then, Gian? Are you a mech head or are you a billet box man? Or
both. I run both my setups. So my two dailies are my Innovapes collab with AV on their Diplomat return, and then I run my billet. But mainly I use these. I used to run my Squonk all the time. We had a buddy who was making broken custom Squonks for a while, when Alamide was very popular. And, just very hard to get because the material was wasted really, really quickly. But that was my setups for a while. I run mainly my billet and maybe another mech mod when I travel around because the billet's so much easier. Like everyone says, I can keep my mech in my pocket. I don't have to worry about dripping it. I just walk around with this bad boy, put it in my hand, and then no one knows I'm even vaping unless I set up to like a 0.3 build, a little bit lower sub ohm to get a good hit. But then sometimes I forget I just filled it with Nick salt and that hurts. It's a coughing, everyone's like, hey, you got Corona? I'm like, no, I don't. So
first time I ever tried Nick salts was this October just gone. I had it in the Vupo, in the Vinci, in the Vinci's.
Yeah, the X.
Well, me being a direct to lung vapor, I mean, I use big heavy mods, the lot. So of course, what did Muggins here do? On a 20 milligram direct hit, I'm like
6 seconds later, you're on the floor.
I can breathe.
Hold on to something.
And you just had this one here, and Zippy just stood there watching me laughing. He's like, you could have told me it was proper Nick salts.
Yeah, some people are wild. They'll want to drip Nick salt, and I just look at them like, that's just insane.
Yeah,
like you want that feeling,
10 milligrams is just my max for me. Dripping it, oh hell no.
Yeah, I get wary when I try to make sure I don't grab any Nick salt bottles when I travel, especially for my billet, because I'm used to that little bottle and I grab this and I'm on the go, going, just running, and then I fill it up and I'm like, oh man, that was freebase juice in there. Dang it, that hurt. Oh, that hurt really bad. Or when your bottles are the same size, it's like, oh man, I gotta be careful.
Yeah, luckily in the UK we're not.
Yeah, that's
Nick salt,
those are
not
10 mils, right?
Sorry?
Are those 20 mil bottles?
No, that's a 50. And that's a 10.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I remember when I first saw that, when I heard about how your rules are over there with nicked up juices, I was like, I see everyone. And I'm like, how are they dripping? And I just see this little bottle. I'm like, oh my God, it got bad.
But then at least we don't mix up Nick salts with, and drip Nick salts.
That's very smart. It's very, very easy.
Yeah.
Easy description to steer away from. So that's good. Yeah. So, we mainly deal with billet. We do AV. We run around with Vapers Cloud. We do some American brands like Benetool Customs. He has some nice Squonk boxes. Oh, actually, hold on. Let me grab one. I got you. Give me 1 second.
I have to admit, I do like the look of them billet boxes. It's just my pocket doesn't.
I just don't know.
I think some of
I
them
need
can
to
look
find
really nice.
anyone for a review, so I know if I actually like them. If anyone watching who's got a billet box they want reviewing, please drop me a message.
All right.
Great shit hunting again, I said.
So like Benetool Customs, full stabilized wood. Machining is amazing. You could barely even feel the door, if I remember. Some of you saw these already. Bennett's very good machining. He has Jumas. He also has polycarbonates.
I remember seeing those at Expo in October.
They're a lot different. They're Squonk boxes that don't need lips to hold your contacts in, which is pretty cool. The machining as well. You can literally press the contact in and it gets stuck, and you can just remove it at the flick of your finger. He does make a lot of billet stuff as well for designs. That's where I got my Juma doors. He's got some new runs coming. They're awesome. And then Never Normal with the awesome tips they're offering now. And there's a lot of bridges out there. We work well with Atmazoo from Greece. So, we got the vape shells if everyone remembers. KRV from the UK, we got him. There's a lot of them out there. Still trying to get my hands on Wicked and all them. But they're very hard to get. I'm not going to lie to you. They're up there. They're expensive too, yes. There's some price. There are a lot of the prices, yeah. But the thing with billet is because when you accessorize such an expensive box, especially at size and capacity and the name of it, the prices do get up there. We work with Italian mod companies, Negus. We work with Less is More as well when it comes to billets. He's got some really good hand carvings. A lot of them are very, very descriptive in how he designs them all. He's got sleeves at the Wuha. Nice leather patterns, bumper guards. It's just like, whew, it's hard to keep up nowadays, man. Yeah. It's like, hey, man, you heard of this guy? I'm like, who's that guy? When he come out, he's like, yeah, like 10 minutes ago. I'm like, oh, man, I'm late. It's too late now. Everyone found out. And I'm like, dang. But getting him is the hard part. But once I get them, it's easier. But they move fast, So just like Armageddon does. Just like Vapers Cloud does. AV comes out with new mods all the time, and it's so hard to keep up. Like people are like, hey, what's new? And I'm like, I'll pull a mod from like 3 months ago, and I'm like, oh, wait a second. Oop, this is old compared to this first one. And getting them, giving offers, being hosted on distro, you can always hit us up. We're always here. I'll answer at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, same with Cheryl. So, I'll be awake. I don't think I sleep anymore half the time.
What's that?
I know, right?
Right, Ian, thank you very much, brother, for joining us. I really do appreciate
that.
Guys.
Thank you for having us.
Send a love to everyone back home, Cheryl and everyone, please.
Yeah. Always.
And keep safe, brother, yeah?
Always. You guys, too. Be safe out there. Social distance.
And don't forget to wash your hands.
Oh, always. I got hand sanitizer everywhere. I got soap and water. All right, guys. Thank you.
See you later.
Thank you.
Bye. Cheers, bro.
Whoa.
That was Ian from Innovapes.
Gian, thank you very much, Gian and Cheryl, for putting Gian in the hot seat. We do appreciate that muchly. Just reminding Vaporoni they're on now.
Yeah, I mean we've got a break after this, so we can run into it slightly. We're running slightly behind, but that's no major issue.
No.
Isn't the break from 4:30 till 5, isn't it? Breaks normally.
6, isn't it?
We've got an hour-long break. 4:30 till 5:30.
5:30?
Well, it can be 6 if you want. It's just supposed to be us for a bit of time.
Yeah, I think I've set it for 15 minutes early, Josh. I think that's about all I've done for the.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So it's going to be like,
Yeah,
about
gives
quarter
us some
to 6
time
we'll
to
be
suck up to our partners.
Yeah. Get a good
Enjoy
gift.
And
Well, my
Vaporoni
wife
are
said-
in the house. Where's Gavin?
Do you want me to bring him on?
Robert, yes, you are finally at an expo with me. I didn't really expect it to be my and the Alex at the expo though. Gavin!
Morning, guys. How's it going?
Yeah.
You all good?
Win good. Yourself?
Good, yeah. Loving the show so far. It's been good. I've been logged in. Just kind of creeping about in the background, watching everything happening.
Not climbing the walls yet?
It's getting there. Getting there. I've already shaved my head. So.
Oh,
I don't have that problem. Bloody wonderful.
You look like you've got some goodies to show us, Gavin.
I do, yeah. So I'll start off just by telling the viewers just a little bit about Vaporoni and what we're all about. So, yeah, my name's Gavin, and I've been asked to represent Vaporoni today. Basically, Vaporoni, we're a new store that opened in Edinburgh, on Shamrock Place, back in August. And, yeah, we've pretty much got a lot of plans, basically, to build the vaping community in Edinburgh, and whenever we open another store, we've got a group on Facebook, and Vinny, you'll have seen you're in that group. You'll have seen just how loyal the Vaporonians are.
Yes, very much so.
It's all positive, so yeah, it's good. Basically, we're a single store just now. We do have plans to basically expand. We also have plans to get involved with distro, but we also have a number of exclusive products which I've kind of brought along today. Now, a lot of these are my own products as well, but yeah, they still represent what we're about. So, starting off, basically with one of our first exclusives was Rogue. I can't see the camera. There we go. So yeah, Rogue USA Mech Mods. They are exclusive to us in Scotland. They are amazing. If you want a mech, then they're the kind of top of the top. We've got Next Tips in Scotland, so they are exclusive to us.
Nice.
Something a little bit different, maybe not as well known, but Nimble. So these are hand carved DNA 75. They can be custom done. Take about 3-4 weeks to get done, I believe. And yeah, you can pretty much get anything done. Like the guy will take a block of wood and he'll cut them up. He'll put different resin in there to get, all this side panel here. I don't know if you guys can see that there. That lights up when you fire the mod. And yeah, they're really stunning. These are really light as well, actually. They're really, really nice. As you guys would have seen yesterday, we had a Wick Addiction on. So Wick Addictions are another exclusive of ours. These guys make amazing juice, as they kind of went over. A lot of you guys have had Wick Addiction juice, and yeah, it's a superb range. It's one of our better ones. They're 3 for 2 as well at Vaporoni, so they're very, very popular. Now, I've seen someone mentioned about the crack. We do have Vaporoni caramel custard. This is probably one of the popular juices.
I guarantee there'll be me, Vinny,
Absolutely
and Josh on it.
Yes, it's really good. Like the feedback we've had from just that bottle is unbelievable.
How many bottles have we sold in the last month, Gavin?
Yeah. You went. How many did you vape in back to back? It was like a couple of bottles, then 6 bottles.
It's just amazing. It really is amazing.
Yeah, they are. It's really nice stuff.
We've got a bottle going out to our boy in the States, so can't wait. Well,
no, definitely. The caramel custard is our most popular, but we do have.
That does need to be changed.
Raspberry Ripple. The Raspberry Ripple's good.
Not tried that one yet. You do need to change that caramel custard to crack custard. That name's got to be changed.
Crack custard.
It's got to be custard crack.
Look at doing a limited run of calling them crack custard or custard crack. Just say 100 bottles of it. Yeah. I reckon it'd go really well.
Yeah, it's not a bad shout, to be fair, but yeah, well that's something we'll definitely look into and discuss. So, the other is Padstool Blends. I believe Matt was on yesterday.
Yeah,
Padstool. These guys make good juice as well. I really love their branding and love the company. Everything they do is awesome. I've just about finished this bottle of sticky coffee pudding. It's delicious. And we also have Vape Anywhere. So these are filters that you can.
Brilliant.
Yeah, you vape into it. It's a little bag. There's no vapor. There's no smell. It condenses it all, and it'll. I think we got about 3 months of one. They're really good. They're really good. And our newest exclusive was Dead Man's Hand Elixir. So we now have these exclusive in Scotland. I've just finished a review on them and a blog, so that'll be going live tonight, possibly tomorrow. It just depends on when we get done with that. But yeah, these liquids are unbelievable. Like
You've got that done far quicker than I have, Gavin. I'll give you that, buddy. I've been sampling them throughout the shows, so I'll be ready as soon as I got them.
I got them yesterday or so. I've nearly finished the bottle of number 13. I'm halfway through most of them. They're awesome. They're so good. So good. I can't put them down here. So yeah. And that's, I think that's, we've also got MTN coils as well. Unfortunately, I don't have any to hand. They have been so popular, they sold out. So but they're awesome coil making. Yeah. So open since August, and we've got that's a few exclusives we've got. So yeah, it's good. We're building a wee portfolio of products to sell. We also have one of the biggest ranges of juice. We've got well over 500 short fills now. We've got over 130 Nick salts, maybe more now. It's a lot. We're always getting new products in, so
that's a huge amount.
Tell us about the Vaporoni journey, Gav. How did you happen to join AMS, and how did you get to meet AMS? Because I know the story, but others won't do.
Yeah, so basically, I was working at another vape shop, and I wanted to get more of a community feel. I wanted to bring my knowledge and everything to our customers without just selling them something. So what I did was I seen the shop opening up, and I applied for it. Met AMS. From the moment I kind of met AMS, I kind of was like, yep, this guy's the guy I want to work for. He's awesome. For anyone that knows AMS, he's one of the best guys you'll ever meet. And from there it's just been, good. It's good. It's good to actually get involved with something that's actually got a community and feel like we're actually making progress with everything as well. And just feeling a bit more valued with it all. It's good. Yeah.
And how did you start vaping then, Gav? Was you a smoker or?
Well, I was a smoker, I smoked 20 a day or so. I smoked 20 a day. I played bowls, so basically I was smoking and drinking, and I had to try and cut back on the lifestyle. So basically, I started
Crown Green Bowl.
Yes, I still play it. Not right now, of course.
I actually always fancied having a go at that, but I just think I'd throw it off the green.
Yeah, well, next time you're in Edinburgh, if you're in Edinburgh, I'll get you on the green.
Well, I think I'm going to have to come up at some point and do an appearance at the shop. Me and AMS have been talking about that and everything else that we've got going on. So, I think I'm going to have to come up.
You've drained enough of his juice to say I think you should.
Yeah, we're going to make sure it's well stocked for you.
So what you got? What's do you know what? Jesus Christ! I need more coffee. What's next for Vaporoni? Is there going to be more shops? Obviously, you've got the website as well, which we should mention, as well as the 10 discount code on the website. We'll give that a quick plug.
So we've got the the website www.vaporoni.co.uk. The website's just been revamped with the lockdown basically happening. We needed to make the website just that little bit more user friendly with the bigger volume coming through. So yeah, we got that set up, and from basically once we did have a plan to open another store. The lockdown has hindered that, so it'll be a case of once lockdown kind of comes, finishes, we'll gather ourselves, and then expansion will probably be the next step on the cards. I would say, definitely.
I'll put one closer to me.
Sorry.
I'll put one closer to me.
Yeah, I think we're looking at Scotland first, and then we'll see how it kind of goes. But yeah, it'll be Scotland first.
No good.
Edinburgh's a bloody big city, so you could probably go either side of the city without much problem, couldn't you? Really, it's a big old place.
Yeah, there's a lot of places. There's a lot of vape shops in Edinburgh already, so it would be a case of just picking where we kind of go, and we're not really too scared of competition or anything like that because we're offering something completely different. I don't think there's any vape shop in Edinburgh that offers mech mods or coil building or anything like that I can kind of think of. So yeah, it's we've definitely kind of got a wee bit of a niche, and with the kind of products that we sell, it does attract a lot of that community kind of feel. As you will as we've seen from just watching this show over the last few days, anyone that talks about mech mods, it's about working with the industry, it's about working with the community, and that's exactly kind of what we're all about. So I've just confirmed a few figures this morning. We have raised over £600 so far for the NHS Edinburgh and Lothians.
That's awesome.
Just through our Wick Addiction sales and our Vaporoni short fills. So we did promotions like you could donate your third bottle, for example, to the NHS, and we would basically just match that and pop it in.
Wow.
We also had 10% of those sales were donated. And we've also we've not unveiled it yet, which is coming. We contacted Merle's Mods to make an NHS mech tube, and it looks absolutely stunning. Basically, what we're going to be doing with that is it will be a raffle, so a vape raffle. Sorry, tongue twisting there.
To be not
a vape raffle. Yeah, and that will basically is non-profit. All the profits will go to the NHS. It'll be £10 a ticket, and one lucky winner will win the mod. So. Perfect,
man. That's awesome. Giving back as much as you can, which is amazing.
Yeah, try to do what we can. But let's say we are one store, but we want to be bigger, eh? So we will get there. We will get there.
Just keep getting people hooked on the crack. You'll be all right.
On the yeah. We've got what was the sorry, 2 seconds, just let me gather my thoughts. So for the remainder of the expo, anyone that does want to have a look at our website, we do have a discount code running till midnight tomorrow night, and it's just Expo10. I'll give you 10% off on your orders, so anyone that wants to use that, they can do. Even if you don't want to order anything, please check out the website. There's photos of the shop at the bottom. If you haven't seen our shop already, our shop is absolutely stunning. It's one of the nicest vapors I've ever seen. And yeah, we've got a big mural of the stag painted on the back of the shop as well, and it's definitely worth a check. It's at the bottom of the page, the shop. So
yeah, the website's very good.
Yeah. Vinny's just murdering Oliver.
The stress is getting to me. The stress is getting to me.
Children are getting to me. No stress. My little child is getting to me. That one. Gav, do you stop billy boxing?
Just let him be part of the show for a bit. Stop being such a great.
We don't stop billy boxes, unfortunately, Vinny. Not yet. Maybe.
Yeah, man.
Breathe, Vinny. Breathe.
me and Ams were definitely talking about billet boxes. So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Certainly fits in with what we're trying to do.
The amount of times it's been mentioned today and yesterday, it's
Billets are huge. Billets are just huge at the minute. They are.
Damn everywhere.
Yeah, we have had a couple of requests from them and stuff. So yeah, definitely something worth checking out.
The thing is, the billets aren't everywhere. That's part of the thing. You know, you want one, you've got to really struggle to get one. You've got to pay the cash. So
Absolutely, they're definitely not cheap. So
definitely not cheap. No, definitely not cheap.
Ooh, another thing we do, I forgot to mention. Sorry, see the dead man's hand. With that coming in, we've got 10%. If you order 3 bottles, you get 10% off of that. If you order the full range, you get 20%. So it's basically a free bottle if you order the full range.
Yeah, that's really good.
So
how much is the full range?
So they are £25 a bottle. They are steeped in whiskey bourbon barrels, and they are honestly exceptional. If you get a chance, read my review tonight or tomorrow when it goes on. It is honestly, they are so good. They're so good. I would go as far as saying they're up there with a custard crack. So they are exceptional. They are exceptional.
What's your favourite vape, Gav?
Yeah. Sorry?
What's your vaping on?
What am I vaping? I've got the Blotto with the clutch, and I'm vaping on, where is it, number 66? I can't find it. Here we are, number 66, which is basically just an amazing concoction of different vanillas. Really creamy, nice and sweet. It's just get that hint of whiskey bourbon. It's lovely.
Yeah, that's
what
what
you
I think I out of that earlier.
Yeah. It's what we got you to try and guess what the flavours was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the middle of our live expo feed, I started dripping it for the first time, and it made me do the flavour profile and pick it out without me even knowing what was in it.
Yeah.
And I missed one vanilla out. Every other flavour I managed to pick out.
So that's pretty good. My palate's rubbish. I picked it up and was like, that is amazing vanilla. Had a look at the profile and was like, that's a lot of vanilla in there. That's good. You know, it's amazing. Like, I always find vanilla vapes to be quite boring because, you know, vanilla is vanilla. But they've managed to take vanilla and just make it, wow.
It's the levels that it comes in at.
Yeah,
it's very clever.
The thing is, you find a lot of juices like that. So I was going to say, a lot of juices like that, people almost vape them too hot sometimes, I find. Like, some of those juices work better in slightly lower ohm builds and higher ohm builds. You just get more complex, subtle flavors and stuff. So like they have to come through. But they do.
Yeah, definitely. Well, the one thing is you don't want to batter through them. That's for sure. You don't want to be vaping a full bottle of that a day. You know, you could, but you don't want to.
It'd be an expensive favourite juice, wouldn't it? If that's all you vaped.
Yeah, definitely. Well, they're now my top 5 favourites of all time, so I'm gonna have to convince the wife that this is what I vape
now. Yeah.
Little message for you there, Gavin.
Yeah, I'm just trying to read it. Sorry, the phone's quite far away. I'm squinting up.
Yeah.
Welcome to my world. That's why I have
no
a
problem.
And you see me looking this way all the time.
Yeah, I mean, definitely.
Yeah, number 13 is amazing. Number 13. Trying to find what. Yeah,
gonna go mute.
Awesome.
A very big helicopter about to fly over, so.
Let's all see then.
Can't see it, but I can hear it, and it's getting louder and louder and louder.
It's gonna land on your roof.
At least you ain't got a piss head standing outside in your street screaming Bible verses. He's been there for the last hour and a half. Sorry?
Just got a
That's better than the
six-year-old.
pissheads in Scotland.
No, they're just screaming.
Yeah. So Vinny,
Anything else
you got a roll, haven't you?
Please, Ryan.
Oh, sorry, what was that?
Oh, Ryan
all right.
Brow just says, sorry, Chris, I'll go home.
Anything else you need to tell us about Gavin that Hamza's giving you strict orders for, seeing as he dodged the bullet of coming on again?
Nah, he was too scared to come on, so he kind of just left me to my own devices, pretty much.
Bad idea.
So I was half expecting the chat to be full of pelters from him and Walter, but nah, nothing's come out, so that's good.
No, they'll probably just watch it back and do it back when it's uploaded, won't they? Instead, like chickens.
Yeah. Yeah, as soon as they kind of came on, he was like, you can go and do it. I was like, all right, no problem. I love this stuff.
Live with me now, so you're used to it now, Gavin.
What was that, sorry?
You've been on a few lives with me now, so you should be pretty much used to it now.
Yeah, I'm getting there. It's kind of,
Just a few thousand more people watching today. You know, don't get nervous now.
Nah, it's okay. I'm to be fair, I'm absolutely fine. I'm all right.
Good man.
It's just feel comfortable. Like, yeah, nice and easy.
Yeah, well, I had to kick the wife out the living room, and yeah, so I've kind of got to patch that up after this. So,
well, I've left my wife, 5-year-old, and 8-year-old for 3 days.
My wife's currently locked up upstairs. She can't get down because I'm blocking the lift.
Right then, Gav, thank you very much, buddy, for giving up your time to come and join us today.
See you later,
yeah, thank you for having me. Thank you for having us on, and keep up the good work, guys. The show's excellent.
Absolute pleasure, bro.
See you later, guys. Take care.
Yeah. Bye-bye. That's Vaporoni, the home of the custard crack, people. You haven't tried it, get on there and try it. For God's sake.
Seriously, try it.
It is very good.
It really is. Right then,
don't
guys.
let Vinny know when you've ordered it, because he'll just wait for the postman and nick it.
Chris, don't need to.
No, you do, because you'll drink them by the end of the night. They'll be gone.
No, I'm regulating myself. I'm a grown man. I should have some self-control.
Just about.
Right then, guys, when we're back, 5:45?
Yeah, 5:45.
Yeah, 5:45.
Hopefully we'll have a bit more of a panel on. Hopefully we'll have Paul or Zippy or Rabbit will definitely be on when we're back. So
yeah. I'm trying to find the outro again.
Make sure you actually time it.
Yeah, who we got after the break? We've got Raps Custom Coils, we've got Firehouse Vape, we've got Redemption Vape, and then after that we've got another small break, and then we're back to Immortal Mods. So it's going to be a good end.
A small break might not happen if we overrun, though. Let's bear that in mind.
That's an hour break, though.
And
yes,
let's
see how that goes.
Yeah, because we've squeezed an extra one in, so all might overrun slightly. So,
yeah.
Right then, people. Let's see how much I can cock up the outro this time.
See you later. Bye.
Thanks for watching.
Hey, man.
Hello, guys.